Hey everyone, happy Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. If I have any fellow Canadians watching, happy Canada Day. I just realized 30 seconds ago that I forgot to dig out my Canada Day shirt, so I am an awful Canadian. But because of the holiday, I do have the day off work, so I'll be going starting a little early today. I did want to start even earlier. The original plan was to start about half an hour ago, but things got moved around. I was a little busy today, so I will be making it up to you guys on Thursday. I talked about it last week, but this Thursday is American Independence Day, and I also have that day off because I work for an American company. So that day, I have a bunch of stuff planned. I'll be going live around 4 p.m. Eastern time, so about 2 hours earlier than my usual time. And I have a lot planned. You know, today, I talked about it last week, but I ordered some World of Warcraft trading cards because, for anyone unaware, prior to Hearthstone, there was a physical World of Warcraft trading card game, and they basically stopped it right when Hearthstone started. You know, I think it started around like 2006 or something. I'd have to double check. And then they stopped it around when Hearthstone released. And the early years of Hearthstone were heavily influenced by this card game. You know, the art, there's a ton of reused art. You look at the first like 2, maybe 3 years of the game, there's a ton of art reused from the World of Warcraft trading card game. There's a bunch of names and themes and all kinds of stuff they just reused from that card game. So I thought it'd be cool to open some of them because I did the Magic card opening a couple weeks ago now, and it was a lot of fun. So I went online, I ordered some packs, and I thought they'd be here by now. Unfortunately, the store I ordered from was very slow, and I was very annoyed because I thought they'd be here by today, and I wanted to open them today, but they're still not here. I think they should be here by Thursday. Sorry. I think they should be here by Thursday, though. So if that is the case, I will be starting around 4 o'clock that day. I'll spend the first hour or two maybe opening the packs and talking about those. And then I'll be moving on to a viewer stream. So I haven't done one in a while. I haven't played with you guys in a while. And I wanted to do something like that to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers. So for anyone unfamiliar, was it Saturday, I think? I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that was a big milestone for me. And thank you, everyone, once again. And yeah, I wanted to do some fun stuff to celebrate, right? And one person, I forget who, or multiple people suggested that I do a stream with my viewers, which I've done in the past, but I haven't done in a while. So I will be doing that. And I will be doing the custom anomalies. So, hey, Oswald, how you doing? Did you have a good weekend? So for anyone unfamiliar, when I first started streaming, January was when I first started streaming. My first 2 streams, I did what I called custom anomalies. I basically came up with a bunch of restriction ideas, and then I would randomly select one before each game, and it did not go well. I still think it was a really cool idea. The problem is most of the anomalies are very, very punishing, and I was just playing on ladder. Right. So I was, playing against people who were playing the game normal and seriously, basically with one arm tied behind my back. So my very first stream, I lost every single game I played. It did not go well. And then the next day I streamed the same thing again. And I think I won 1 or 2 games. But again, the vast majority of the games I lost. So I kind of shelved that idea. And I always wanted to bring it back in some way. So let me bring it up. Actually, I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. It doesn't want to open. Give me a sec. I have to open it in Paint. ASIC, if that's how you say your name, thanks, man. Thanks for 1,000. And also, Oswald subscribed on YouTube. Thank you as well. Yeah, it feels good. I basically, it's like 5 months. I hit 1,000 subs, which, you know, part of me never thought I'd even hit 100 subs. So hitting 1,000 was really nice. Let's see if this works. I'll have to open up in Paint because it doesn't want to work. Okay, so I came up with 12 of these anomalies. Let me zoom in. We'll kind of... Okay. How do I drag here? I have not used Paint in a long, long time. Middle mouse? Holy shit. All right, I guess we'll just scroll. So yeah, basically they were these custom anomalies I came up with, and basically the top and the bottom are kind of mirrors of each other. So you can see here the first one I have is auto cast hero power. So if I selected this one, I had to use my hero power at the start of the game the start of the turn before I did anything else. So say I was playing Warlock and I was at 10 cards, too bad, I had to life tap. So yeah, then the opposite end, disabled hero power, so you can't use your hero power. Oswald, gotta go though. I have a big boy job now. Need to sleep. Well, thanks for popping in. Good luck with the job, and have a good night, man. And then we have Outcast, which is exactly what you think. You know, you can only play your left and rightmost cards. And then I had Insider, which is you can't play your left and rightmost cards. What else did I have here? I had Mana Burn, which anyone who is a very old Magic the Gathering player, it's exactly what you think. Any unspent mana at the end of your turn damages you. So say you have 5 mana and you spend 4 of it. At the end of the turn, I would consider myself taking 1 damage. That's basically how it worked. Bro doesn't use Hearthstone for card reviews. I'm disappointed. Hey, I'll have to look into... So for what it's worth, I have used Hearthstone before for various things, but I'll check out for you. I'll check out the card review articles because I do like the way you guys lay out some of your stuff. So yes, I will check that out. We'll use that today. How about that? But how you doing today? I'm just going over my old custom anomalies because basically on Thursday I'll be playing against viewers with these. So to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'll be doing a viewer stream because I haven't done one in a while. And yeah, I'm going to basically resurrect these custom anomalies because they just don't work on ladder. Like I said, when I tried to play on ladder, these were dreadful. It did not go very well. So yeah, basically it's just various restrictions, you know, things you have to do or things you can't do. You know, you can only play 2 cards per turn. You can only go face, you can't trade, you have to trade, things like that. So, like I said, I'll be bringing that back on Thursday, and then I will also be opening the World of Warcraft cards on Thursday, assuming they're here by then. I really hope so. I'll be pissed if they're not, because I ordered them over a week ago at this point. But yeah, thanks for the 1,000 subs. Yeah, like I said, I basically am 5 months in. And I've said it before, but I went into this with very realistic expectations. So part of me thought I would never hit 100 subs, let alone 1,000, right? So yeah, it's nice. So thanks. Ramaka, do you remember me? I do vaguely remember your name, yes. Anyone who chats even like remotely, like every once in a while, yeah, I'm pretty good at remembering names. Also, Imic, I'm creating the guide and all the reveals, and we have a ton of cool animations, or sorry, additions to the normal website we don't have. Yeah, like I said, I've used some of the Hearthstone. I forget, I think I've prepped a couple tier lists and used Hearthstone just to like gather information and stuff like that. And like I said, I like the way some of your articles are laid out. But anyways, I will be bringing this back on Thursday, so, you know, there's not really anything to prepare for. Like if say you have a fun deck you want to play with me on Thursday, sure. But other than that, we'll pretty much just play normal decks. And yeah, we'll randomly select these to play on Thursday. I'll be playing with you guys. So I will be coordinating it through the Discord. So if you want to play with me on Thursday and you haven't joined the Discord already, go ahead and do that. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, it should be, you know, somewhere down below in the description. But I'll be coordinating that on Discord. So yeah. And then let's see here. The website is super old. I have almost no power, but I'm trying my best to keep it alive. Yeah, I Hearthstone. I'll be honest. Up until like I started streaming, I forgot Hearthstone existed. I remember like years ago using and seeing things from Hearthstone. And when I was doing research for a video, I think at one point I came across an article on Hearthstone, and I was like, "Wow, this site is still going! Like, good for them." I honestly did not know or did not expect it. Okay, so you can see there, that was, oh, it's cut off, but some kind of link I searched before. So let's see here. What should I click? Is this just going to show this individual card? Or will it show the card for the day? Oh, okay, cool. There. Yeah, we'll do this. I'll do it for you, Imic. This is easier than flipping through them and stuff like that. Oh, look at this. All right, Emic, you sold me. I'm sold. So what was... Let me see. What was the last one? Mage I went over. Paladin I think I went over. Oh, this is just the article that has all of them. Okay. I can let you know all the cool stuff you can do with that. Yeah, like I said, I like the way this stuff's laid out. Oh, I remember now. When I was doing the research for my mini set tier list, I went back. So basically, this page, this like reveal page. Like, let me see if I can see. It's down here. Oh yeah. So basically, when I did my mini set tier list, I used Hearthstone, and I went to this page for every expansion, and then I went down to like the mini set section, and that's how I used this to judge. Oh, you were here? Okay, yeah. So, but like I said, I did not know this site was still going. So good for you guys to keep it alive. Yeah, I was here for the tier list, but I had a few days before my final exam or something. Oh, okay. So yeah, the mini set tier list will be going up on YouTube this Thursday, though. So it got delayed. It would have been up on YouTube already, but the twist tier list kind of leapfrogged it a bit while it was still relevant. So yeah, the mini set tier list will be coming out this week on YouTube. But yeah, let me see. I think Paladin, Mage I definitely talked about. Okay, Paladin I definitely talked about too. Oh, so it's just Warlock. All right, for some reason I thought I had more cards to cover since my last stream. I believe, or no, is Rogue new? June 28th. Oh, okay, got Rogue as well. Okay. I thought there was more cards. All right, so basically the plan for today is I will be going over the newest cards that were revealed since my last stream, which it looks like it was Rogue and Warlock. I don't even think I've seen all the Warlock cards that were announced today, so it'll be new for me too. And then I'll be doing a tier list for all of the Titans. So I thought this one would be a little quicker because some of the tier lists, actually was it the last one, took like 2 hours, which is a little long. So this tier list should be a little faster, go over the different Titans, which honestly, most of them are pretty good. If I had to guess, I feel like most of them are going to be S and A. There's going to be a couple Bs, and there's going to be like one C. That's my guess. We'll see. But yeah, for now, let's go over the most recent cards. Let's see how this works. Oh, I have to say, Emic, I subscribed to you on YouTube. I had one of your videos popped up where you were showing off like how the card worked, and I was like, holy shit, this is perfect. So yeah, I gave you a subscribe as well, because yeah, super cool. But yeah, that you released videos showing how all the cards work. That's great. Oh, and you got the signatures here. Cool. All right. So, first card, we have Maestra, Mask Merchant, 6 mana, 6/5, Legendary Rogue. It's the Tourist card, so Warlock Tourist. Battlecry, discover a hero card from the past from another class. I think this card's super cool. For anyone on the Discord, we were talking about this a bunch over the weekend, and I think this is really cool. You can click on the image to see the full art as well. Yeah, it's cool. Like I said, good for you guys. Way easier than the official site. So I'll be using this from now on. You sold me. But like I said, on the Discord, we were talking about this over the weekend, and this is really cool. I like Thief Rogue a lot. And, I said in the Discord at one point how normally if you're playing Thief Rogue and you change classes, it really hurts you. Because if you play like Tess or what's the other one, like Contraband Stash and things like that, it'll then replay all your rogue cards, which typically suck. It's typically just a lot of draw and maybe some slight damage cards and things like that. And actually, it really sucks too because you'll re-equip your Spectral Cutlass. So normally, changing classes in Thief Rogue is very bad, but with a card like this, you know that you're guaranteed to change classes that game. So maybe you can, tailor your deck with that in mind. So basically stock up your deck with rogue cards that you would want to repeat, right? Someone in the Discord basically said that you can infinitely loop potentially tests with like bounce around. So yeah, I even without like Thief Rogue, right? Typically hero cards are very strong. Yeah, I think this deck will go into a lot of different. This card will go into a lot of different decks. I think it'll go into some unique Thief Rogue decks. I think it'll just be a generically good card because most of the hero cards are really good. Yeah, super cool card. And it's the tourist card, right? So the fact that if you're going to be running any Warlock cards, you'll have this anyway. So this will be in a ton of decks, 100%. Also, who got Rogue? I need to save this picture. I'm always forgetting who got who. Oh, Paladin. Okay. So for the rest of these cards, Paladin will also be able to play them, so we'll have to keep that in mind. So the next one, Treasure Hunter Eudora, 6 mana, 4/5, legendary rogue minion. Battle cry, go on a side quest to discover amazing loot. Play 3 cards from other classes to complete it. Okay. You get. Oh, man, Imik, you're like one step ahead of me, man. Can this website get any better? Yeah, okay, you added this feature over the weekend. That's super smart. Because like I said, I'm constantly forgetting like who the pairings are. I've gone back to this picture so many times. So yeah, really good idea. Man, you're one step ahead for sure. So what do we got here? So the side quest, yeah, play 3 cards from other classes. Discover 2 amazing pieces of loot. Oh, I think I've read it. They're just like duels treasures, right? And you get to discover them too. Most of the duels treasures are pretty crazy, right? Oh, some of these are like Kazakus treasure. Actually, yeah. Actually, are these all Kazakus treasures? Or are the Kazakus treasures just duels treasures? Is it like what came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. But yeah, basically looks like all the Kazakus cards, which Kazaku-san, all the Kazaku-san cards are really, really good. And the fact you get to discover them, right? So it helps you dig and kind of prioritize the good ones. Obviously for Thief Rogue, this is not very hard. So I'm assuming if you play this as Paladin, you have to play 3 non-Paladin cards to complete it? Because it doesn't say, like, play 2... Or sorry, it doesn't say play 3 cards from non-rogue classes. It just says other classes, right? So I'm guessing it's based on your current class. So if a Paladin plays this, you play 3 rogue cards? Or just 3 cards from non-Paladin classes, right? Like, because there is rogue cards that Paladin can play that can give them cards from other classes, which it's just getting messy. Man, this will be strong too. And there's always the option, right, of shadow stepping or breakdancing this and playing it once you complete the side quest. Actually, can you have multiple side quests out? Because the side quests aren't legendary, right? Like the old side quests? I forget. Can you have more than one out at a time? Emic, you're my encyclopedia. Do you know? Oh, not the same ones. Okay. It's still good. Like, you know, you can shadow step it or breakdance it, and then once you complete the side quest, just play it again. This is another card I'll see a lot of play. I don't know if this would be played in Paladin much. If it would be in Paladin, it'd be like in a slower, like a Reno Paladin deck, right? But I think this will be played in Rogue a ton. Super cool card. You know what I actually, I have one suggestion for you, Imic. You know, it'd be really cool if there was some way to rate these cards. Actually, is there? And I'm okay. I'll say it'd be cool if there's some way to like rate these cards, and it could show like a community rating, like a community score. Because then it'd be really cool that, you know, you take all those community scores prior to the expansion releasing and then check in after, you know, like the dust has settled and see how right or wrong the community is. That'd be cool. Oh, this is one of the things I wanted for a while. Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Have everyone rate it, because that's what I'm going to do, actually. So the Monday before the expansion, I'm going to go through all of the cards, and I'm going to rate them all based on, you know, like 1 to 5. And then I'll go back in a month and see how right or wrong it was about some of the cards. But if you could do that with, like, from the community's perspective as well, because the community thinks they're so smart, right? All of these, like, armchair generals on Reddit think they're all smart and they know how to balance a card game. So it would be interesting to see, like, the community's ratings and how they compare to actually how the cards end up being. Oh, Hearthstone had it before. Okay, so maybe I've seen that before years ago, and that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, I think this card will be played 100%. More so in Rogue. Snatch and grab, destroy 2 or 8 mana spell, destroy 2 random enemy minions, cost 1 less for each card you've played from either class. So just more Thief Rogue support, which I love Thief Rogue. I'm all for this stuff. And also this can cost 0, right? It doesn't say anything about costing less than 1. I feel like 4 mana is like the break-even point. Like 4 or less, I'd be happy to play this card. But still, yeah, 4 cards from another class isn't hard for Thief Rogue. Playing this on 3 or 4 is not bad. 0 or 1 is amazing. Actually, if you had this on 1, right? Double it up with Sonya. I think this will be played, but I think it'll be meta-dependent. If we're playing against a lot of decks that like flood the board with little shitters, I don't think this will see a lot of play. But in a slower meta where people are going more tall, I could see this being played a ton. It makes sense they split up with Curse. They no longer work, so we have to set it up again. Oh, okay. Bill Gates, thanks for the follow. My name's Bill too, so thank you. Thanks, man. It's 8 mana. We have potions for 3 mana that destroy the 2. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking of, I guess, for comparison, right? Like the potions, there were situations where you would get the potion that destroyed 2 minions, and it was very good. And it was 3 mana, as you mentioned, right? So I think 3-4 mana is like the break-even point here. But it's meta dependent, right? If you know, like right now, right? Say there's like Flood Paladin, Dragon Druid, things that are going wide, this card would suck. But if there's people that are going tall, I think this card would be very, very good. Or, like I said, get it to 1 mana and double it with Sonya. Kill 4 minions. That'd be great. Hey, Caustic. How's it going? I'm going over the most recent card reveals since my last stream. So I got Rogue to cover and the Warlock reveals from today. But yeah, I think this card will be played. I think it's just meta dependent. I don't think it'll be played in Paladin, though. Yeah, I don't think Paladin would be able to discount this card enough to warrant including it. Swarthy Sword Shiner. Okay, 3 mana, 3/3 rogue minion. Battlecry, set the attack and durability of your weapon to 3. So this one's interesting. I think for both rogue and paladin, this could see play. You know, even like in some kind of like I don't know. In like a tempo rogue deck, would it be bad to dagger up on 2 and play this on 3? Get a 3/3 weapon from your hero power. Or this can be used in Paladin to get 2 more charges on the hammer. Oh, does it say non-rogue cards? Oh, from another class. Yeah. So Paladin would be able to discount this by playing rogue cards. But like, are you going to have enough rogue cards in your deck to discount this enough to it being good? Like, I don't think so, personally. This seems much more like a rogue card to me. Unless I don't know. I'll just see the other cards. But unless there's some kind of like Thief Paladin deck that's going to exist, I don't think this will be discounted enough in Paladin to be good enough. What's the best hero to climb on Twist? I tried Zyrella and Alakir, but not really there. So I'll be honest, I'm not really familiar with the current Twist meta simply because the last update did a ton of balance changes. You know, they normalized the health values. So pretty much all of the heroes have like 30 or 35 health now. And they made a bunch of changes to the decks, and they also tweaked a couple of the passives. So I'm not super familiar with the current meta. If I had to bet, I bet you Arthas is still very strong. But yeah, I will be playing Twist today, so I guess we'll see. But to be honest, yeah, I'm not really up to date on what's good and what's not good. But if I had to guess, Arthas is probably still good. Yeah, I don't know if anyone watching or anyone chat, what's the current good deck in Twist? Does anyone know? But yeah, Swarthy Sword Shiner. Like I said, this could upgrade your Hero Power Dagger to a 3/3. With the Paladin, the weapon, you know, the hand buff weapon, it can give you 2 more charges. It can be used like in an emergency with like Spectral Cutlass. You know, say you're swinging with your Spectral Cutlass early game and you got it down to 1 and you got no cards to play from other classes. You could play this to buff it back up. Just kind of spitballing ideas here. I think this card will see some fringe play. They kind of made Arthas dog shit. Oh, that's surprising. Although maybe not surprising, because Arthas was so strong, I did expect it to get pretty hit hard with some nerfs. Hey Joel, how's it going? I'm checking out the current card reveals since my last stream. All I've heard is Marin's a pretty good choice. Oh yeah, see, that's the thing too. I actually haven't checked out the new heroes that were added today. So I think there was 8 or 9 that were added today, I believe. I haven't seen them. I saw they were in like a recent news article, but I didn't check them out. So it's all gonna be a surprise to me when we play later. But yeah, like I said, for Swarthy Sword Shiner, I could see this card seeing some fringe play. Like I said, in some kind of tempo rogue deck, is that good enough to dagger up on 2, play this guy on 3? It's essentially a 3-mana 3/3 with a 3/3 weapon. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, could see some playing some Paladin too. Get 2 more hits with the hand buff weapon. Imik, the Totem Shaman, is the most OP by current stats. It has almost a 70% win rate. Wow. Well, there you go, Caustic. Play Totem Shaman if you have it. 70% win rate. Wow. Joel, lots of Pain Warlock cards. Yeah, I have to say, I haven't got to the Warlock cards yet, but I am a little disappointed in that Pain and Insanity Warlock are the strongest archetypes for Warlock right now, and some of the strongest decks in the game, period. And the fact that they're just getting more support this expansion is a little bit of a bummer. You know, I would have liked them to push it some kind of different archetype there. But yeah, next card, we have Conniving Con Man, 4-mana 4/4 Rogue Minion. Battlecry, replay the last card you've played from another class. I love this shit. You know, I've said it before. I love Thief Rogue. I loved when Contraband Stash was in Standard. And this is kind of like baby Contraband Stash on a body. You know, and you're getting 1 card versus 5, but it's on a body, so you can repeat it. And you have like some selection, right? You know, you can, because it's only the last card, you can wait to play this until you have something you want to repeat. Yeah, I think this will be cool in Thief Rogue. I don't think this will see playing Paladin. But yeah, I think it'll see playing Thief Rogue 100%. Bill, Pain is getting support. Fatigue, not much. And yeah, Joel, this expansion is more for Pain. Yeah, so I'll check out the Warlock cards next, but like I said, a bit of a bummer that they're not spreading into like some other archetype, or maybe like some control Warlock cards I would have liked to see. Knick-Knack Shack. 3-mana location with 4 durability. Draw a card. If you play it this turn, reopen this. This is cool. Obviously, this would slot into some kind of miracle deck, which is potentially a 3-mana draw 4. Yeah, I don't know if there's any standard deck Or even, I guess you don't have you don't have to draw it on one turn, right? Even like a 3 mana draw 2, and then a turn or two later draw 2 more. That's not bad. So I think this will see play. More so in Rogue, which is one thing I was really worried going into this expansion. Because of the dual class like mechanic going on, I was really worried they were going to design some of the cards with the other class in mind. You know, for instance, I was really worried all of the Rogue cards were going to be better in Paladin than in Rogue. But so far, it seems pretty good. You know, so far, a lot of the class cards, it seems like maybe a couple of the cards will be better in the other class, but overall, they seem pretty balanced. So we'll have to see how it actually pans out. But yeah, I've liked kind of like the balance they've struck so far there. Because again, I don't really see this card being played in Paladin. This is obviously a Rogue card over a Paladin card, right? But yeah, I think this will see play. Void Chicken, the Death Rattle support for Warlock is cool, but doesn't feel like it's going to be great. Oh yeah, I did forget that they're adding in some Death Rattle support. That is right. So who knows? Maybe it'll turn into something. Bill, till Sargeras isn't standard, let's get some control tools, maybe the final set. That is true. That so Control Warlock doesn't really need any kind of finisher because it has Sargeras, and Wheel of Death, even though it's not nearly as good, Wheel of Death is still in standard, but some kind of like early game tools for a Control Warlock deck would be nice, right? Which I did see the drink they added, and we'll get to that, which that is a good example, I think. But yeah, I think this card will see playing Rogue, like I said. 3 mana, draw 4, very good. And even if it's split up over a turn or two, I think it's still good. Metal Detector, 3 mana, 2/2 weapon. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, get a coin. Extra coins are always good in Rogue. Hey, this is more Wishing Well support too. For Paladin, I don't think this will see play. But like anything that gives coins, for the most part, has seen some play, right? It might not be like tier 1 play, but most cards that give coins have seen at least like some fringe play, right? And you could also pair this with this guy, just to get extra value out of it too. So I think it'll be played. If it has coin in the name, it'll probably see some play. That's my argument. Bill, missing early game and healing for sure. Like it won't ever beat Highlander, Priest, or Warrior. That is true. And part of it is like Brand Boom Boss, right? Playing like a Control Warlock deck and going into Highlander Warrior, they drop Brand Boom Boss, the game's just over. So that's never fun. I feel like Paladin will like this as a draw engine. Yeah, maybe I'm underestimating this for Paladin. Because you don't necessarily need to get multiple draws a turn, right? To just play this as a 3 mana, eventually draw 4 cards, could be good enough in a slower deck. Like a Reno Paladin, right? I could see this being played in like a Reno Paladin, possibly. Or some kind of slower Paladin deck. Yeah, maybe I'm underestimating it. Void. But again, and this will see play. Like I said, any card that says coin in it, I think we'll see play. Priest just takes your good cards too, and Reno counters Sargeras. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Reno just destroying your Sargeras portal too. That always feels bad. Then we got Seashill, 3 mana, 3/2, Battlecry. The next card you play from a non-rogue class costs 2 less. Doesn't seem that great. Like, sure, it's a 2 mana. Okay, I just realized this doesn't say this turn. So that makes it a bit better. Hey, Poncho, thanks for the Prime sub, man. I usually watch on YouTube, but wanted to use my Prime sub. Thanks, I appreciate it. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I just realized that this discount carries over to future turns. So it is better than I expected. Because I was to say, if it only applied to this turn, you're paying 3 mana for a 2 mana discount. So it's essentially like a 1 mana 3/2 pirate. Which if you're playing a Thief Rogue, you don't care about a 1 mana 3/2 pirate. But it carries over to the next turn, so you could play this on 3 and then play a 6 mana card on 4. I still don't think it's great. Because obviously it's very dependent on what cards you RNG as well, right? Actually, what tourist? What direction did they go? Warlock. Okay, man, I have to think about these cards in so many different ways. I have to think about these as rogue cards. I have to think about these as paladin cards. And I also have to think about these as rogue playing warlock cards. Those are like the hardest cards to review ever. So let me just go back quick. Do warlock cards affect these at all? So obviously warlock cards discount this faster. This could help you replay some kind of warlock card in your deck. Yeah, so if there's some kind of like 6, 7, or 8 mana warlock card you got, this could help you cheat it out a little faster. I have to see what the warlock cards are though. Oh, Manager. 2 mana spell, deal 2 damage, combo, get a coin. So you know what's so funny? I saw some comparisons. What's it called? Wanted? So when I did my top 5 worst removal cards of all time, this card was in it. And it's very similar, right? Deal 3 damage to a minion. If it kills it, add a coin to your hand. And I basically said in the video how if this card was released today, it would be 2 mana. And it's not quite that. You know, this says deal 3 damage, and if it kills it, get a coin. This says deal 2 damage, and you just combo, get a coin, which this is an easier requirement. But it's funny how... Yeah, I was very close to predicting basically that version of this card in modern Hearthstone. I think this card's amazing. Like, once again, right? Anything that gives coins is good. Like, what cards is there that give coins? Okay, outside of Wanted. Outside of Wanted, what cards have been bad that, like, give you coins? Come on. Card gallery, don't fail me now. For Rogue, let's focus on Rogue, right? This card, although no one plays it for the coin. Dart Throw is played in Wishing Well. Loan Shark has seen play. Bounty Wrangler. Tomb Pillager, although it's an old card. This card did see some play. Greedy Partner. Mailbox Dancer. Licensed Adventure. Like, most cards that give you coins, right, have seen play. And this isn't awful. Like, 2 damage, 2 mana, deal 2 isn't great, but it's not awful. And the combo is easier to trigger than, like, killing something, right? And then Paladin gets this as well. I don't know if Paladin cares about it, but I think this will be played in Rogue 100%. Void, I don't think there's much Rogue wants to cheat out in Warlock. What tourist card do you think we'll see playing Wild? Oh, man. I haven't even thought about Wild at this point. Like I said, I feel like there's so much to evaluate with these card reveals because you're basically looking at them from 2 different perspectives, right? I haven't even thought about Wild at this point. Dust Bunny's definitely bad, yeah. I glossed over Dust Bunny. Dust Bunny's not good. You're right, Void. But yeah, this card will be good. I think this card will 100% see play. Like, you know, there might be like some kind of new Miracle Rogue deck, right? Between this... the metal detector, the location. Yeah. Maybe some kind of new Miracle Rogue deck. I don't know what the payoff would be. But anyways, got Petty Theft. Get 2 random 1-cost spells from other classes. Again, this kind of adds to the like the Miracle Rogue style, right? Just cheap spells to cycle. I don't know if Paladin wants this. But this could be good in Thief Rogue. This could be good in some kind of Miracle Rogue. But Dust Bunny's so cute. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's just the variance here, right? Like, the rock is amazing. Getting the rock is so good. The knife sucks. The banana is meh. You know, if you have something on the board, it's not the worst. If you have nothing on the board, it sucks. What's the other one? Oh, a coin. Or coin. But yeah, just the variance is so high. Like, these are not balanced at all. The rock is so much better than every other option. But yeah. So, you know, that's the rogue cards. Overall, you know, there's a couple that Paladin I think might be interested in, but for the most part, these just seem like Thief Rogue cards. which I love Thief Rogue. Bunny should be 2 mana. I agree. I lost it. Oh, it's, you know, it's funny. I thought the bunny was a 3/3, and I was gonna say, yeah, it should be 2 mana, but it should be like a 3/2 instead. I didn't realize it's a 3/2. That should be 2 mana, 100%. I don't know. Blizzard was scared of like the banana being too powerful, I guess. But I would say Maestra, I'm super, super excited for. Like, hero cards are just fun, right? And the fact that it's a hero card from the past, so it's not even a hero card you can currently play in Standard, just makes it even cooler. I think this side quest and the Kazaku-san cards are super cool. Other Thief Rogue cards. Yeah, I'm really excited for this from like a Rogue perspective. I love Thief Rogue, and they're getting a bunch of fun tools. So that's Rogue. Let's take a look at Warlock now. Warlock was just revealed today, which I don't even think I've seen all these cards. So Warlock gets Death Knight Tourist, so they will get access to Death Knight cards, which I don't think have been revealed yet. Just their Tourist, yeah. Oh, the 1 card. I don't think Warlock cares about this, but who knows? We'll see. But yeah, so Zek Dust Bunny's in game. Someone used it on me, maybe Discovery. I think I've seen Dust Bunny played once, ever. I'm really excited to play Excavate Rogue and using Maestra to swap legendary rewards. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, see, I feel like there's so many different ways you could play and use Maestra. People smarter than me will figure out some stuff like that, Void. That's a really cool idea. Morning Pod, say hello to Cottage. Cottage is actually out. Cottage is at my girlfriend's parents right now, but she will be back at some point during the stream, so she could pop in and say hello when she gets home. What about Runes and Warlock then? Probably same as Death Knight. From my understanding, I think I read a post online that if Warlocks add Death Knight cards to their deck, it follows the same rune requirements. So there's only been 1 card revealed so far, right? But if you were to add this into your deck as a Warlock, you were locked into at least 1 Frost rune, from my understanding. You can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to switch. Yeah, I was using the arrow keys, but then I was going back multiple cards, and I just got in the habit of clicking, I guess. But anyways, the first card is Summoner Dark Marrow, 4 mana, 4/4, legendary Warlock card. Your Death Rattle is triggered twice, and after you play a Death Rattle minion, destroy it. This card just seems bonkers. Like, this is basically Baron and what's the other one? Umbra something? Yeah. This is basically Baron and Spirit Singer Umbra combined into 1 card. Here, let me rearrange these. Yeah, this card seems great. And kind of similar to the Warlock card, right? The fact that you need to play this to enable the Tourist effect means it's going to see play. Because if you want to play any kind of Death Knight cards, you're going to have this in your deck. Which is the same thing with the Rogue thing, right? If you want to play cards from another class, you have to put Maestra in your deck. So for those reasons alone, these cards will see a lot of play. Emic, I made it so you can click literally everything. Everything's contained. Yeah. Honestly, A+ job on this whole layout. I love it so far. Void, hoping this means Death Knight gets more Death Rattle synergies. Want to see my boy Cage head in an actual deck. Yeah, if I had to guess, like, I would assume that Death Knight's going to get some Death Rattle effects or Death Rattle synergies. Because why else, right? Why else would... Okay, I'm going to put this card in my deck so I can put Death Knight cards in, and it has a Death Rattle synergy. Like, I would assume. I would assume there's going to be some Death Knight Death Rattle cards. But like I said, this card seems amazing. You know, Umbra saw play, you know, when Q-Block was a thing. It saw play with some other, I believe, some Druid decks at one point. Baron, you know, doesn't see play anymore, but historically, Baron saw play. And it's basically both just mashed into one, right? So I think this will see play. I guess the only question is there going to be some Death Rattle payoffs that are worth it? Man, but Q-Block is like one of my favorite decks of all time. And there's that card in Standard right now that's basically like baby Q-Block. What's it called? It's like a 3 mana 2/5, I believe. Yeah. Ravenous Kraken. Yep. Yes, Void Kraken Lock. Yeah. So who knows, right? This could be like Cube Lock 2.0 with Ravenous Kraken and this guy. Because you basically play the Kraken, it destroys something, and then it dies and triggers twice. So in that sense, it's essentially the exact same thing as a Carnivorous Cube, right? The question is there something worth destroying and copying multiple times? Doomguard's not in standard, right? It is. Oh, is it going to be Cube Lock time? Cube Lock 2.0? The question is there any way to cheat it out? Because previously Cube Lock had like the Skullaminari to cheat out the Doomsayer. Is there any way to cheat it out in standard right now? I know there's the legendary. Oh, yeah, Nemzi. Huh. But that's like too much setup, I feel like. Playing Nemzi, have it die to bring out Doomguard, and then play this guy, play the Kraken. I think that's just too much setup. Too clunky. But we're cooking. We're cooking something. Tomka cooking combos will be fun, but Insanity Warlock exists. And yeah, that's the problem I'll get into when I see more of these cards. But Pain and Insanity Warlock are getting a lot of support with these cards. So it makes these other Warlock decks a lot less desirable, right? But hey, I'm all for, cooking up new decks and trying new things. There's Malefic Queen. Sorry. There's Malefic Queen as... Or I'm assuming you mean the Wretched Queen. Yeah, this is very similar to the Void Lord too. At the very least, I'm going to make this deck. It might not be great, but I'm going to make it. And then we have Announce Darkness, a joke on Renounce Darkness. 2 mana, replace your hero power and non-Warlock cards with Warlock ones. They cost 1 less. So, this is interesting. So if you play this as a rogue, it gives you the Warlock hero power, and it costs 1. And all your non-Warlock cards get turned into Warlock cards. If you play it as a Warlock, does it just give you a 1 mana hero power and all your neutral cards and non-Warlock cards get transformed? I like to think that the current meta deck has always yet to be discovered. It is true. There's always like sleeper hit decks, right? Every expansion, I feel like there's at least 1 or 2 decks that just kind of pop out of nowhere and end up getting popular. This is pretty much a rogue card. No, yeah, this seems much more like a rogue card. If you're to play this in Warlock, it's going to be like some kind of meme deck, right? Yeah, it has to be a meme card. Like, if I'm playing this in Warlock, I'm playing like a 28-card neutral deck. And I'm essentially just playing this for like RNG, right? But in Rogue, 100%. Giving you a 1 mana Warlock hero power, then giving you a bunch of random Warlock cards that cost less. The only problem is it's going to overwrite all of your Rogue cards, right? But say you get like a beefed up Spectral Cutlass. Yeah, see, Bill's thinking I'd play it with Cutlass Rogue. So yeah, because like I said, once you have Spectral Cutlass out, your hero power is useless, right? So you buff up your Spectral Cutlass a bit, play this, and then your Spectral Cutlass will just never break, and you have a Warlock hero power to use. Yeah, this will fit right in Spectral Cutlass Thief Rogue, 100%. Which, like I said, I love that shit. Health Drink. 3 mana, 3 mana, lifesteal, deal 3 damage to a minion with 3 drinks left. I think this card's great. I saw some people on Reddit shitting on it because 3 damage for 3 mana is not great, which I agree. But if it was 2 mana, like, it would just power creep the hell out of, like, Life Drain. Or, what's it? Not Life Drain. Is it Life Drain? The 2 mana, deal 3. Lifesteal. Drain Soul. Yeah, they can't... this couldn't be 2 mana. It's just like Power Crept Drain Soul to hell. But these drink cards, I think for the most part, these drink cards are underestimated. Because look at the rogue, or sorry, the hunter spells, right? Look at like Bunch of Bananas and Barrel of Monkeys. Those cards are better than I think a lot of people expected, including me. So yes, 3 mana, 3 damage lifesteal is not great, but the fact that you get 3 uses out of it. Rogue loves having healing in main deck. Oh, that's a good point too. You know, outside of Spectral Cutlass, Rogue really struggles with healing outside of like RNG effects. So yeah, this could see some play in Rogue. By the way, if you refresh the page and look at the Warlock section, you can see the gameplay video for the Legendary card as well. I just added it. Okay. Let's take a look. This one? Or this one? No. Here. Let's do another tab. Uh-oh, Emic, I'm not seeing it. Maybe it'll take a minute. You know, all the class cards? Am I missing something? Scroll down. Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that this brings up a different page than... All right, let's check this out. Ooh. Let me unmute this for you guys. The fact that you didn't use this on Ravenous Kraken, one star less. What the hell are these skins? Yeah, I have to say the skins for this set. I talked about this last stream. Can anyone link it in the chat? Or actually, let me check Hearthstone for you, Imic. I feel like Hearthstone probably has them listed. But yeah, the Tavern Pass skins for this expansion. Oh yeah. So look at that. Hearthstone, you guys are on point. So here is the skins for the Tavern Pass with this expansion. And I talked about this a bit last stream, but some of these are so goofy. Like they just look off. Like Finley, especially. This looks like some AI art to me. I made this article. Okay, well, thank you again. It's like, you know when like talk show hosts have like the band that they like that they chat with and help them out sometime. Imic, you're like my band helping me out with all these articles and information. But yeah, some of these look okay, and some of them just look so weird. It's like uncanny. Finley looks so weird. Hadanis looks weird. Kit is just weird. Sai looks weird too. I don't know. It's like it's weird like Pixar / AI art vibes. Yeah, they look weird. Bill, it's subjective, I guess, but to me they all look awful. Yeah, no. The only one that looks like decent to me, N'Zoth looks fine. Edwin isn't terrible. All the rest don't look great. But like you said, it's subjective, I guess. This is pronounced Zwen, I think. Zwen looks fine, and N'Zoth I like. Yeah, N'Zoth looks okay. It makes it is there going to be a N'Zoth card in the set? That's what I'm wondering. Because I've seen the Zoth in like a couple promotional arts. Joel, maybe Demon Seed 2. Naga skin is always the best. I would have thought the skins in a beach expansion would be the thing they're trying to sell the most. Yeah, you'd think they would have more skins like this. Try and sell people with some skin. Because I'm sure people are going to be loving this one. Immic, maybe the mini set because there are tentacles on the expansion logo. Oh. Because that's true too, right? The expansion's called Perils in Paradise. But where's the Perils? Like, so far, it's just this happy-go-lucky resort, right? So yeah, maybe the mini set will be like N'Zoth crashing the party or something. Because yeah, so far there's no peril. I don't know what it's talking about. But how do we get back to where we were? All right, give me 1 second. My nose is running. Just too much excitement. Oh no. Okay. Yala Colossal's back in the mini set. Oh, I would die happy, man, if Colossals came back. Let me see my tier list. For my keywords tier list, I think I had Colossals in A or S. See. Yeah, I had Colossal in A tier. Colossal is very, very close to S tier. I thought it was a great mechanic. Where were we though? All right, Party Planner Vona, 6 mana 4/4 legendary. Battlecry, if you've taken 8 damage on your turn, summon Ouroboros. And then Ouroboros World Serpent is an 8/8 taunt. With Death Rattle, give a minion in your hand, Death Rattle, summon Ouroboros. So, obviously, here's some of the Death Rattle synergy they're trying to push. Which I will say, I think even just playing this card once and not even recurring it isn't awful. 6 mana for an 8/8 taunt and a 4/4? Like, that alone's good, right? So, like, just recurring it once is kind of just gravy on top. Obviously, the nightmare situation is like Yogg or something stealing at the card with this effect. But like I said, this just triggers once. I don't think it's bad. Even a Rogue, too. Rogue, actually, yeah, you can take damage from attacking. Yeah, I don't think this card's like amazing, but I don't think it's bad. Void, I've wanted to see Colossal Old God since Sunken City. Oh, shit. That's a good idea, man. Yeah, like N'Zoth as a Colossal minion? That's a really good idea. Immic, I forgot to add the signature card. Aw, you're forgiven. You're forgiven, man. Tomka, 6 mana 4/4. Yeah, but it summons an 8/8 right away. So it's a 6 mana 4/4 plus an 8/8 taunt. Like, it's very, very easy for Warlock to play this on turn 6 and have it taken 8 damage already. So I think you're very likely to play this card on curve and have it trigger. So it's essentially a 6 mana 12/12. I think it's a good card. I don't think it's like amazing. And who knows, maybe with some of like the Death Rattle synergies, it's maybe will be okay. But I don't think it's bad. Like I said, I think just triggering it once and not even recurring it, I don't think it's too bad. And for Rogue, I don't know. Actually, I can see a meme deck existing with Rogue where you Shadow Step or Breakdance this and play it multiple times, and then you trigger this multiple times. Like, imagine stacking up these Death Rattles, right? And having like your minion die and spawning 2 or 3 of these. I can see a meme Rogue deck existing with that. But 8 damage, man. Yeah, but every hero power is 2 damage, right? Say you hero power on turn 2 and turn 3, there's 4 of the 8 right there. And if you play any other kind of cards that damage yourself, yeah, I think it's card will see play. 6 mana, 12/12. I don't think it'll be that hard to take 8 damage by turn 6. And then we have Curse Souvenir. 2 mana, give a minion +3/+3, and at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to your hero. So there's more self-damage, right? 2 of those triggers plus 1 hero power is 8. Yala, but the recursion is so slow because on the next mini it's Death Rattle, not Battle Cry like the original 4/4. No, I agree. I just think, even if you never recur this once, I think it's not bad. I think 6 mana for a 4/4 and an 8/8 taunt just by itself isn't the worst, right? I don't think it's like amazing. I don't think it's like tier 1 or anything like that. But even if you never get to recur this, I don't think it's that bad. Void, I'll definitely be playing that. Gives me the Invincible Rogue vibes from Lich King. Yeah, I think there'll be some cool combos with this and Rogue too. At the very least, it seems like a fun card. Isn't there a new card that destroys a minion and triggers a Death Rattle twice? Oh yeah. Well, the Tourist, right? Yeah. So if you have this guy out and you play the minion with the Death Rattle, it'll die right away and then trigger this twice. So now you'll have 2 of these in your hand, potentially. Yeah, I'm not sold on Death Rattle Warlock. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think Death Rattle Warlock is going to be some surprise tier 1 deck, but it looks like a fun deck. They got some cool tools, some cool payoffs. And like I said, it gives me like Q-Block vibes, right? Oh yeah, play the Ravenous Kraken on this guy. Wow, I'm cooking up some ideas in my head now. But I think it'll be cool. I can see myself playing this with both Warlock and with Rogue. And then the Curse Souvenir. Maybe this will see play in some kind of aggro deck, like 2 mana 3/3 on a 1-drop. Obviously, you don't give a shit about the self-damage if you're playing aggro, right? What do you guys think? Doubling anything is always scary. Yeah, it's kind of like I talked earlier with the Rogue cards, right? With the coin. Like, most cards that give you a coin have been pretty good for the most part. And I feel like most cards that like double an effect also have been pretty good. So I wouldn't really sleep on this. I think this card could be cool. I think this card's cool. Curse Souvenir isn't for me. This seems more like an aggro card. Announce Darkness, we talked about already. Seems more like a rogue card, but a fun card. Bellfire Bonfire. Deal 4 damage to a minion. If it dies, your next Death Rattle minion costs 1 less. So obviously you got some synergy there with this. Did you play Twist already? Marin's really fun. No, I haven't yet. So I'm starting off with the card reveals, which I'm almost done. And then I'm doing a tier list for all of the Titans, and then I'll be playing Twist. But yeah, I've heard multiple people mention that Marin's is apparently very strong as well. If you put this on Ziliax, oh yeah, imagine putting this on Ziliax and then having like the summons a copy effect. That'd be cool too. Tomka Souvenir is a 2 mana 3/3 with maybe charge. Yeah, I don't know what 1-drops you'd want to play this on, just because I'm not super familiar with like current Warlock aggro decks. But I don't know. Zek is Tourist just for new set. Yeah, so the way the Tourist mechanic works, so if you're a Warlock and you put this card in your Warlock deck, you can add Death Knight cards from this set into your deck. So it's not that you can put any Death Knight cards into your deck, you can only put Death Knight cards from this expansion into your deck. So, the way I see it is this is a very, big new mechanic, right? This has a lot of potential, and I think they just want to kind of dip their toes into it to try it out, because I think it'd be very hard to balance it just opening it up to like all cards, right? So I think they're just going to try it out a little bit, see how it works, and who knows, maybe they can expand on the mechanic. But yeah, it'll just be for the cards from this set that it'll apply to. So what else we got? Fellfire Bonfire. I don't know. In a Death Rattle deck, I can see it, right? It's essentially a 1 mana deal 4 damage. Conditionally. Oh, Bill, you meant the spell. Oh, yeah, if you were to put this on Ziliax or something with lifesteal. So it would negate the 3 damage. That's true. But yeah, Fellfire Bonfire. I could see it being seen some kind of play in like a Death Rattle deck, but I don't think it's amazing. Health Drink. We talked about this already. I think it's a little underrated. I think the fact that you can, yes, for the, like, the effect for the cost isn't great, but the fact you get to use it 3 times, I think is very good. Sacrificial Imp, 3 mana, 1/6. Death Rattle, if it's your turn, summon a 6/6 Imp with taunts. I like the design and like the flavor on this card a lot. Yeah, imagine playing the Tourist into that. Basically, 3 mana, 12/12 with taunt. Chris, did I miss the Titans tier list? Nope. I'm just about done the card reveals, then I'll be moving over to the tier list. So you're perfect timing. Imagine Shudderwalk into Triple Blood Death Knight. Yeah, who knows? Maybe one day they will expand on the mechanic and let you add cards from like other expansions. My guess is, like I said, they're just kind of dipping their toes into it to see how it works, because it could be just a balancing nightmare, right? Or it just might not work out like they expect. Hey, Leo. Totally different topic, but did you notice the cool Easter egg tribe on the spell mixtape? Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, they changed a mixtape to have a fire type. If it's one word or not. Mixtaple. I think it's 2 words. No, is it 1 word? Yep. Yeah, the mixtape's a fire spell now. That's funny. I saw it suggested a bunch of times on Reddit, so it's funny to see them actually do that. But yeah, Sacrificial Imp, like I said, if some kind of Death Rattle Warlock decks exists, this will go in it. I don't see this being played in Rogue, though. I see this being played in Rogue. I don't really see this being played in Rogue either. Rogue has no problem like cheating things out already. And then we have Eat the Imp. 2 mana, destroy a friendly minion to draw 3 cards. Oh, okay, that makes this a lot better. Actually, it makes like this better too, right? Say you have like some 1 or 2 cost shitty minion and, you know, you play it and then just kill it right away to summon the 8/8 taunt. Definitely, if Death Rattle Warlock is going to be a thing, this card's going to help it 100%. I don't think this will see play in Rogue, though, because Rogue, once again, has no problem drawing cards. But this is cool. This with and Ouroboros. Fearless Flame Juggler, 2 mana, 1/1, Battlecry, gain stats equal to the damage your hero has taken this turn. This is obviously like a Pain and Sanity Warlock card. Tomka, this is the best card Warlock got. Yeah, you know, don't underestimate cheap draw effects, right? And not only is this a cheap draw effect, but it's a Death Rattle enabler. So this can enable this can enable Ouroboros, probably some other Death Rattles I'm not thinking of. So yeah, this, if, like I said, if Death Rattle Warlock is a thing, this will be like a key card in it, 100%. The Void problem I have with this is I think the stats aren't good enough for when you have the mana to play it with Enabler. Yeah, the stats definitely suck. If this was like a 2/5, I think it'd be much better. Because then it's much more likely to trade into like a 2-drop or something at least, right? With the 1 attack, it's not really going to be killing much outside of 1-drops. Because at least if it had 2 attack, right? You could maybe trade it into a 2-drop and then kill it. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm hopeful, though. I'm hopeful for some like new archetype to emerge. Is this good enough for Insanity or Pain Warlock, though? I don't know. I don't have much experience playing Pain or Insanity Warlock, so maybe you guys can chime in. But that's obviously what this card is for. Hey, this could see play in Rogue, right? Like swing into some gigantic minion and then play a big 2/2 or a big 2-drop. But it's just a vanilla 2-drop, right? Like I feel like you want to play this on early game. Like, you don't want to play this late game as like a 2-mana 8/8, I don't think, right? This is a seed lock card. I would never play Pain Warlock. Yeah, I think this is an early game card versus a late game card, and I don't know if it's good enough. And you are getting the ban, my friend. All right, next up we have Party Fiend. 1 mana 1/1 Battlecry, summon 2/1/1 Fell Beast, deal 3 damage to your hero. I think this card is going to be very, very good. It's essentially a 1 mana 3/3. It deals 3 damage to yourself, so it can combo with some other cards. You could combo with this. Would make it a 2 mana 4/4 plus a 1 mana 3/3. I think it's too slow for Pain Lock. Yeah, I think this is too slow for Pain Lock. Yeah, I think this is too slow for Pain Lock. I think this could see play. 1 mana 3/3, deal 3 to yourself. Seems very, very good. There's a combo with like anything else they revealed. Not really. Party Fiend is great though. Yeah, I think, yeah, this will be a very strong turn 1 play, I think. I wonder if we'll see Party Fiend on 1 into Cursed Souvenir on 2. I don't know. Oh, Warlock didn't... Oh, this is another class, I'm guessing. Yep. So yeah, overall, basically I went over the Rogue cards, which have a bunch of Thief Rogue support. I'm super excited for. A bunch of neat cards. Warlock kind of has some Pain Warlock support, but also some Death Rattle Warlock support, which I'm excited for. We can't really fully evaluate this because the Death Knight cards haven't been revealed yet. And yeah, some of these cards seem okay for Rogue. I add the new Reform skim in the article, by the way. In this article? Oh, I cut it off. I didn't realize there was more skins. So yeah, there's a... I missed these ones down here. So we got Reform, Deathwing, and Denathrius. These ones aren't bad. Like I said, some of these, like this row here, this row is very, very bad. A bunch of these look like Pixar AI art. But yeah, these three aren't bad. The Zoth's not bad. We're going to see this one a lot, I'm sure. Leo, probably all insane and Demon Seed Warlock. I don't know why, but they buff it even further. Yeah, is Demon Seed Warlock still like terrorizing the Wild meta? I haven't played Wild in a couple weeks, so I don't really know. And yeah, the second row looks so weird. Yeah. Maybe they'll look better in game. Who knows? Oh, Seed Luck's tier 2 now. Because I remember at one point, Demon Seed Warlock was just like terrorizing the meta. It was like it was so popular. And it was like 3rd most popular. Yeah, I remember I was playing Wild not that long ago, and it was like every other game I was running into his Warlock. And it was actually funny. When I was playing Galakron Warlock one stream, I had multiple games where people just conceded automatically to me because they thought I was playing Demon Seed. Little did they know I was playing like such a meme Warlock deck. Void, and could also be as good as a corpse generator depending on Death Knight needs that. Yeah, we'll have to see once all the Death Knight cards are revealed. So yeah, that's all the cards since my last stream. Next up, I'll be doing the tier list. Let me just clean these up a bit. So I'll be doing a tier list for all the Titans. Most of them aren't too bad. You know, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I think most of these are going to be an S and A. I think there's going to be a few Bs and like 1 or 2 Cs. That's my guess. So we'll see once we're all done. But we're just going to go in alphabetic order of the classes. So first up, we have the Primus from Death Knight. And it's at least an A. I don't know. Is it quite S tier? I feel like 90% of the time you're playing the Primus, you're using the Blood Rune ability, which is good. For me, it's definitely S. Yeah, the Primus always feels so good to play. Primus can discover Headless, my beloved. Oh yeah, I forgot the discover effect. Sometimes the discovers are so strong. Like, there's been times I've discovered Helia in like a control matchup, or you discover the I forget the name of it, like the weapon that freezes with lifesteal, or Reska. Like, there's so many good discovers. I think it does go up to S tier Tomka. And the fact that you get to discover, I think, pushes it over. Because those discovers I've had, like, be game-changing in some matches. Obviously, Blood Rune is the best ability. Frost and Unholy are okay. Unholy is very good in some matchups. If it's like an aggro matchup, it can be very good. But yeah, the Discover effect is also very, very strong. Are there signature cards in the expansion? Yep. Let's go back to Hearthstone. I'm guessing they'll have them listed. Imic, is there any way to see the signature cards besides clicking on them individually? Oh, nope. You just gotta click them individually. Because I know they have shown. Here, let me see if I can find one for you. Odd. Oh, yeah, see? I'm guessing all the tourists probably have signatures. So there's the Mage Tourist. What's another one? Paladin. Not listed. This one's got a diamond. Maestra. Yeah, so it looks like all the tourist cards get a signature card. And there's probably going to be, like usual, some random, like, common rares and epics that get some signatures as well. All classes have 2 signatures. Okay. Leo, wouldn't say terrorizing, but it's really bad to play against. It's overly popular. Once you play control, it's game over against Demon Seed. Primus is in most Death Knight decks. 2 is one of those might as well. That's true too, Zek. Like, which Death Knight deck are you running that doesn't play the Primus? That's a good way to think of it. Like, this goes in every single Death Knight deck. And it, like I said, there's very rarely a situation where I'm not happy to play this. You know, if they have something big on the board or you need some health, play the Blood Rune. You could play Frost, push some damage maybe. Play Unholy to get some taunts up. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Very, very versatile card. Very, very strong. And then we have, I'll be honest, I've played this card so few times, I don't even remember the name of it. But we have the Death Knight Titan. What's it called again? Argus. Okay. So Argus, for anyone unfamiliar, because you don't see this card very often, it is a 7-mana 5/9 Titan, and it says minions to the left of this have Rush, and ones to the right of it have Lifesteal, which I think is a super cool and super unique effect. And then the abilities are to discover a Death Rattle minion. It costs 3 less. Reduce the cost of all minions in your hand by 2. And then also summon 4 2/2 elementals with Taunt, which, just to be clear, when you use this ability, it summons 2 on each side. So 2 of them will have Rush and 2 will have Lifesteal. Bill says he's a C. Yeah, I'm leaning towards that as well. One complaint I have with this card is it doesn't really feel like cohesive. You know, I feel like either like the Primus is very, very versatile, or you have some of these other Titans that are very like they're either very versatile or they're very much for like a specific type of deck. And I feel like Argus's abilities are all over the place. You know, this synergizes with the passive effect, but then you have an effect to reduce a minion. Discovering a Death Rattle is so random, I feel like. Like, I don't know, I just feel like these abilities are just very random. The effect is super cool, though. Argus was cool in Relic Demon Hunter. Oh, yeah, if you summon... Yeah, with summoning the bigger and bigger dudes, right? Bill Argus just has one ability, then he's frozen for 2 turns. That's a good way to put it. I think I've seen Argus from more times from Excavate Mage than actual Demon Hunter decks. I was going to say it's probably the worst of the bunch. I will say I don't think it's the worst of the bunch, but Yeah, I think C is pretty comfortable. It just doesn't feel like it's centered. It has a really cool effect. The passive effect is really, really unique and cool, but the abilities just kind of suck. And it doesn't feel like it synergizes or fits into like any Demon Hunter deck, really. So yeah, I think we'll go C. Next up, we have Ionar, is the Druid Titan, and it's 10 mana, 5/7. After it uses an ability, I'm sure you've seen this lots and lots of times because Druid loves to cheat it out. After you use an ability, you get a 5/5 with Taunt, and the abilities are to draw cards until your hand is full, restore your hero to full health, and refresh your mana crystals. Everyone's saying S, hate this. Yeah, I think this is an S tier, and part of the reason this is an S tier is because Druid has so many ways to like cheat this out, right? Druid's never playing this for 10 mana, or it's never playing it on turn 10. You know, typically they're playing this and, you know, worst case scenario, right? You play Ionar, you refresh your mana crystals, and so you essentially got a 5/7 and a 5/5 taunt for free. Worst case scenario. Or you can restore your health, your hero to full life if needed. You can refill your hand, and like, because all these options are good. All three of these options, they're all kind of different situations, but they're all good. And then, yeah, gain the 5/5 taunts. Even if they are, they can copy it. Void, I don't think Ionar cannot be S. Yeah, yeah, Ionar is definitely, like, looking at the list. Outside of Yogg, because Yogg is neutral, Ionar might be the best Titan. Like, the only ones that come close... Actually, I don't want to spoil future... I don't want to spoil future options, but yeah, Ionar might be the best Titan. Ignoring Yogg. I think Yogg is probably the best one, but it's neutral, so it can go in any deck. But yeah, Ionar and S. Druid cheats it out, copies it. You know, not a fun card. And, you know, there's decks lately that are even running like Dorian to get 1 mana copies of Ionar. Not fun. Next up, we have Agromar. It is the Hunter Titan, 6 mana, 3/7. The battle cry is you equip a 3/3 weapon, and then the abilities are to give the weapon after your hero attacks, draw a card. Give the weapon, basically all the abilities buff the weapon in some way, right? So basically, one ability gives it card draw, one ability makes it summon a 3/3 with taunt, and one ability gives it more attack and makes you immune while attacking. So it's a cool effect. You know, I think it's cool to give you the weapon, and then you just keep kind of enhancing the weapon as it goes. Am I crazy to say B? I don't think it's a bad card. I don't think it's amazing, though. Tomka agrees with B. Like, it's a cool card, and it is a good card. Void, not very interesting, but solid, probably an A. Ionar is mostly 1 mana due to Dorian and Wild, so yes. I think, so, was it Void mentioned A? I think the one thing that drops this down to a B for me is if the weapon gets destroyed, this card's useless. You know, there's been many times I've played against a hunter where they play this card and they do an ability and they swing, and then my next turn, I just destroy the weapon, and this card is essentially useless. This card is a 3/7, do nothing for the next 2 turns. Like, are any of the other Titans that reliant on the board? Not really, right? So this Titan is unique in that regard, that if you have some kind of weapon tech, it's just useless. So I think that drops it down to a B. Void B makes sense. He looks like the Marvel character with the weird helmet. Oh, is it Galactus? How do you spell it? Yeah, you're right, man. This is like Wish.com Galactus over here. It's not too expensive for what it gives. Yeah, I think a B. I think it's close to an A, But the fact that the weapon can be destroyed and it just does nothing, I think makes it a B. It's not a bad card. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad card. I just don't think it's an amazing card. And then next up, we have Mage, Norganon, 6 mana, 3/8. After this uses an ability, double the power of the other abilities. So they are to deal 5 damage. So this would obviously go 10 damage, then 20 damage. This is enemy cards cost 1 more next turn. So it'd be 2 more, then 4 more. And then cast 1 random mage secret. So it'd be 2 secrets and 4 secrets. And I will say, this is at least C. I think this is the worst Titan. I think this is the worst Titan. I think it's worse than Argus. Because this card hinges on it surviving for multiple turns. Like, the first stage of these are all terrible. 5 damage, enemy cards cost 1 more. That's negligible. That doesn't do anything. And 1 random secret. Like, these are so bad. If they get doubled once, they're decent. If they get doubled twice, they're good. But how often do you see a Titan live 3 turns? You know, the vast majority of the time, the Titan's getting killed after 1 ability. Maybe sometimes it'll live for 2 triggers, but I feel like I can count on one hand how many times I've had a Titan live and use all 3 abilities. I really do almost feel like this needed, I don't know. If this had elusive, would it be too strong? What do you guys think? Also, Pod says D. Norganon is a funny guy. He may realistically be C or B, but he's S in my heart. Hey, that's what matters, man. 6 mana, cry in the corner. Wait, what if this was like 5 mana? I just feel like it's just too easy to remove. And it needs to stick on the board multiple times to be decent. I feel like either this should have had 10 mana, or maybe elusive, or 5, or maybe 5 mana. I say 10 mana, I meant 10 health, if I did. I think this is C. This is possibly D, but I'm feeling generous. I think this is the worst Titan, though. I think it's worse than Argus. The amount of games I've won by dropping him on curve, increasing the cost, and then double reverbing for 40 is genuinely insane. I have never even heard or seen of that combo in my entire life. It's funny you say that, and then 2 messages down, Leo says he's never seen it played. At least you should choose the secret to cast. Oh, that would help for sure. If it said discover 1 mage secret to cast, that would help it. It still wouldn't be great, but that would help it. That's in the right direction for sure. Elusive would be OP, to be honest. Yeah, I was wondering if Elusive would be too strong. They'd probably have to like lower the health to compensate. But like I said, it's just this Titan wants to live multiple turns to get its full effectiveness, right? And that's never happening. I would argue 80% of the time or more, Titans are getting killed the next turn they're played. And these suck first turn. First turn, they suck. Second turn, they're okay. Third turn, they're good. But he's just never living to turn 3. So yeah, C tier. Next up, we have Ametus. It is a Paladin Titan, 7 mana, 1/8, and it has Taunt. Your minions can't take more than 2 damage at a time. And then the abilities are draw 2 minions, set their attack and... Draw 2 minions, set their attack, health, and cost to 2. Give your other minions +2/+2, and set the attack and health of all enemy minions to 2. So I will say this passive, super, super strong, you know, because it also affects Ametus. So Ametus can only take 2 damage at a time. All these abilities are very, very good in different ways, right? This helps you draw. This buffs your board. This helps remove enemy threats. Very, very versatile. I'm kind of leaning towards A. It's very, very, very strong. Is it S tier strong, though? That's the question. Ametus is definitely an A. Tomka says A. Yeah, at the very least, it's an A. It is very, very strong. Like this passive, for some decks, it is so hard to get rid of this card. Like you pretty much need, you know, like unconditional removal, right? Like not damage-based removal to get rid of this. And the effects are all very, very good. Very versatile. It's kind of similar to the Primus in that the abilities are all very good for different situations. But I don't think it's like as game winning as Eonar and the Primus. Also, Void. You couldn't do reverb shenanigans if he was elusive, though. That's true. But he's basically only good with reverb. Yeah, I think this is an A. Like, I think the Primus and the Eonar are, you know, kind of in a vacuum. They are game warping or potentially game winning cards by themselves, while Ametis kind of needs other cards to support it, right? You're not dropping Ametis on an empty board and kind of like running away with the game, typically, right? But Primus or Eonar could be dropped on an empty board and just carry by themselves. So I think by that logic, it's an A. What do you guys think? I think that hard removal is too prevalent for S. That's true too. Zek, wait, can I just keep touristing to add multiple classes? No, so you can you can only add one tourist to your deck. Yeah, so you can't like leapfrog into multiple tourist cards. Pod, I would not call him Peacemaker. It always makes me angry playing against Buff Paladin. But yeah, I think it's an A. Like I said, the Primus and Eonar can kind of carry a game by themselves in a vacuum. Ametis can't. Ametis needs other minions and support to get its full value. So I think it goes down to an A. Very, very, very strong card, though. Next up, we have Aman'Thul. This is the Priest Titan, 7 mana, 3/10, and after this uses an ability, discover any legendary minion. And then the abilities are to summon a copy of a non-Titan minion with +2/+2. Keep in mind this can be used on friendly or enemy minions. Remove 2 enemy minions from the game, so this does not trigger death rattles. Keep that in mind. And the last one is to summon a random 6-cost minion with lifesteal and taunt. This one again is at least an A. It's A or S. I actually think, by my logic with Ametis, I think it is S tier. Because my logic with these S tiers was that these can be dropped on an empty board and warp the game around them. But Ametis needs other minions to kind of support it to get its full effect. But Aman'Thul is a huge, like, these cards you need to get rid of, like, the turn they're played, right? And they can just warp the game. So yeah, I think with that in mind, and as you mentioned, Air, with the Discover, I think it brings Aman'Thul up to S tier. It's kind of just a better Primus. Yeah. I will say, this ability here, this is probably 99% of the time the last ability you're using. I think this is the weakest ability of the 3, but it makes up with it. Like, this is the vast majority of the time the first one you're using. This ability is so strong, and this one can be okay. Playing this on like Ziliax or Yogg, or actually no, it can't be used on Yogg. Playing this on Ziliax or other certain targets is very good. And then there's the Discover effect, right? Yeah, I think it's S tier. Basically, my logic so far, to kind of recap, S tier are, you know, just in a vacuum, they can like run away with the game. They can warp the game. They can win you the game. They don't really need other support, right? A tier, very, very strong card, but they need a little bit of support to fully get their effect. B tier, they're fine, but they got some downsides. And I think C tier is just, they're kind of niche. They're not good / niche. That's my logic so far. Aman'Thul is played in every single priest deck. Yeah, I guess like the Primus, right? Actually, all 3 of these, right? Are you ever making a Death Knight Druid or priest deck without these? 7 mana, double removal is just too good, and you get a body. Yeah. Like I said, Aman'Thul, you know, every time you play against a priest, I guess also one thing I just thought of, Priest is also usually playing like multiple of these too, which is just infuriating. Tomka, Hero Power Druid. Yeah, you're right. Shadow Priest. Yeah, you're right. Okay, okay. Void, although you can make the argument he's A, and what makes him feel like an S is the duplication effects. So I do think it's an S without the duplication effects, but yeah, Mage can make it like S tier, like S plus, with the amount of times they can play Primus. I've played against priests who've played Aman'Thul like 5-6 times in one game. Never saw the Paladin Titan. Sorry, YouTube chat is crazy slow today. So basically my logic with the Paladin Titan was that it's a very, very good card, but you need to have some minions on the board to get the full effect of it. You know, you can't just drop Amidas on an empty board and really get much value out of it. Meanwhile, these three guys, you can drop on an empty board with no minions on your side and they can threaten the game. But Amidas needs like at least a minion or two to really get, you know, going. Marcelin, the Primus is so good. I had to take him out of my deck because pre-stealing it by force. Dirty Red. Yeah, it's always funny actually in Death Knight mirror matches when, you know, neither one wants to be the first one to play the Primus, because the first person to play the Primus, the other person just plays Primus and Primus is their Primus. So your Primus is gigantic. Yeah, it's funny, like mind games there. But next up, oh, see, I almost forgot the Rogue Titan for this tier list. You want to know why? So I went to the card gallery and I filtered Titan and I was like, okay, I saved all the Titans, right? But the Rogue one doesn't show up because it has this stupid ass name. Which, for sure, the flavor is cool, but yeah. I don't know why when you filter Titan it doesn't show up. There should be some kind of back-end coding, right, where it filters it, but regardless. The Rogue Titan, it is Voltron, 6 mana, 3/5, and it says this minion's abilities repeat on another random friendly minion. So basically, when you use one of its abilities, it'll do it on itself and then another minion as well. And they are gain +2/+1 and deal 4 damage to a random enemy. Gain +1/+2 and draw a card. And gain 3 health and elusive. So once again, if you have Voltron out and 1 minion and you use maximize defenses, it'll give Voltron +3 health and elusive, and it'll give your minion +3 health and elusive. So it kind of doubles these up as long as you have at least 1 minion. Voltron, I think with the logic I used for the Hunter minion, I feel like it goes in B. Because it's good, but it's conditional, right? Like, you need a minion on the board even more so than Amidas. What do you guys think? I don't think it's as bad as Argus and Norganon. So B, I'm thinking. Void, Voltron is weird because I fully believe it's a great card that just doesn't have the deck it fits into. Yeah, so when the expansion first launched and Mech Rogue was a thing, this card was good. But ever since then, it hasn't really seen play. And it's like you said, it's just there's not really like a rogue deck that wants to play it, right? Like this wants to be played in a deck with lots of minions, so you can guarantee you're getting the doubling effect off. Tomka, I've never seen it play. D. I think if it wasn't for Mech Rogue, when this card first came out, it would be a C. But it did have its time in the sun. Like, neither of these cards, neither Argus or Norganon have ever been meta. But Voltron was actually meta at one point. So I'll give him that. Void, I think B is right. Air, I think it's B. I only see it in Mech Rogue. Yeah, like it's a cool card. It's a cool idea. But like I said, you need something on the board to really fully maximize it. And it wants to be played in like a tempo deck that has minions on the board. Like Mech Rogue, right? Yeah, I think B. It had its time in the sun. This card was meta at one point. I don't like Voltron at all because it forces you to play an archetype. That's true, right? None of these other cards... Yeah, none of these cards, I guess, yeah, are as reliant on a certain archetype as this one, I feel like. And it's an archetype that isn't really like normal for Rogue, right? Rogue is usually, you know, lots of draw, lots of spells. Outside of like Pirate Rogue and Mech, outside of Pirate Rogue and Mech Rogue, it's never really been like a tempo minion based deck. Void, I tried it as the top end of Pirate Rogue, but that involves playing Pirate Rogue. Did work pretty well at the top end of that deck, though. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad card. It's not a bad card. It's just the current meta doesn't favor it 100%, and it requires a very specific kind of Rogue deck. But yeah, it's not a terrible card. Just like with this one, right? The Hunter one's not bad, it's just not great. All right, so now we go back to Titans. What's next up? Shaman. So next up we have the Shaman Titan. Golganeth. It is a 6-mana 5/7. Your first spell each turn costs 3 less. And then the abilities are to deal 3 damage to all enemies and restore 6 health to all friendlies. Deal 20 to another minion. And draw 3 overload cards. And before I look at chat and get influenced at all, I think it's an A. Very, very good card. I don't think it's S tier. I feel like it's similar to Ametus in that it's a very good card, but it's not going to win you the game by itself. Like, these 3 cards can just win you the game in a vacuum, right? These 2 cards are very, very good, but they're not going to close out the game by themselves. They need like a little bit of support. That's my logic with my ratings. A to S, playing this is the concede moment against aggro. Yeah, I have to say, playing this card into aggro and doing the damage heal feels so good. I think A, it's in most Shaman decks. A. All right, well, I'm glad we're on like the same page for pretty much all of these. Roaring Oceans is by far the best option. The fact that this deals 3 to the enemy hero and heals your hero 6 is just icing on the cake. Lord of Skies, probably the least used option, but it can be useful. You know, there's been times I've nuked like a 2 health minion and it feels so bad, but there has been times I've you know, nuked some beefy minions with this too. And then the 3 overload is decent, depending on the deck, right? Depending on the deck and is what's left in your deck, it's not a bad option. And the discount is very nice too. If they have enough time to draw 3, you lost anyways. 20 is hella fun. Yeah, the 20 is so overkill. It reminds me of like Flame Lance, how they updated Flame Lance to deal like 25 damage or whatever. Just so overkill. Shaman is at least an A, pretty versatile. Yeah, I think it's an easy A. Like I said, it's not going to win you the game, but it's going to get you there. Both these cards, like I said, that's the way to look at it, right? These 3 cards can just win you the game by themselves. These 2 cards, they can get you there, but they need a little bit of support. And then next up, we have Sargeras, the Warlock Titan, 9 mana, 6/12, and it has Battlecry, open a portal that summons 2 3/2 imps each turn. And then the abilities are to suck everything into the portal. So it's kind of like Twisting Nether, but, you know, death rattles don't trigger and things like that. The other option is to summon 2 6/6s, and then the other option is future demons have +2 health and taunt, which this does apply to this as well. So if you give the 2 health and the taunt, and then you do the 6/6s, it'll actually be 6/8s with taunt. And I think this is S tier. I think the one thing that's really holding this card back and is so annoying is Reno. The fact that Reno wipes out the Sargeras portal is awful. I hate that they have like both. I hate that they came out with both cards and like at the same time. Because Sargeras is a win condition in itself. You know, like I talked about with like the S tiers, these are all kind of, you know, can win games by themselves, right? And Sargeras is like the epitome of that. Sargeras is a 1-card win condition if the game goes on long enough. But the fact that Reno can just wipe out the portal feels so bad. But regardless, I think it's still S tier. Sargeras can just win a game, you know? Either giving the imps taunt and kind of protecting you is very, very strong, sucking everything in. Actually, this reminds me, last week I released a video on YouTube. It was the top 5 board clears of all time. And I actually had Sargeras as number 3. Because this is essentially, you know, like a better Twisting Nether on a body, right? Like, this is 9 mana for a Twisting Nether that doesn't trigger death rattles. You get a 6/12 body in the board, and you get a portal that spawns imps. So sometimes I will play Sargeras and, you know, do this ability. Sometimes you'll do it for the taunts. Those are the main 2 that you use. Yeah, I think it's S tier. Pod, imagine to play these effects, the 3 triggered battle cry from the other legend. Void, Sargeras I feel like is S in Titans and got demoted to A when Reno happened and Warlock started to favor faster decks. 100%. Sargeras has fallen out of favor. There's no doubt about it, but I think it's still S tier. I'm hoping it has some time in the sun once more before it rotates though. And also Void, amazing control card in a class that doesn't play a lot of control right now. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Tomka, Sargeras is S in my heart. All my homies hate Reno, but it's like a B right now. Yeah, if I had to go based on just like the current meta, it probably is a B. I still think it's an A though. Maybe I'm biased. You know, I do like Warlock a lot, but yeah, if it wasn't for Reno, this is just like a 1-card win condition. And like I said, I hate Blizzard for introducing Sargeras and Reno like back to back. Such a dumb idea. Like Golg, if you don't have time. Oh, so if you have time to get infinite taunts and don't need Nether, it's over. Also at 12, it's very probable to survive a turn. Oh yeah, that's true too, right? Sargeras having 12 life. Yeah, it's the beefiest Titan, right? Yeah. So Sargeras, I guess, isn't in the best situation to survive to an extra turn, right? But even just getting off to the Void or the taunt is usually you're happy with just that. Sargeras sits in my ETC and Control Lock and Wild. It's good, but on the edge in Wild. Yeah, definitely like a fringe pick, right? But in ETC, I could see that. Next up, we have Kaz Goroth, the Warrior Titan, is a 6-mana 4/5. With after this uses an ability, gain immune this turn and attack a random enemy minion. Excuse me. After this uses an ability, gain immune this turn and attack a random enemy minion. And the abilities are to gain +2/+2 and draw a weapon, gain 5 attack and give your hero +5 attack, or gain 5 health, give your hero +5 armor. I think this is a C. Before we discuss it further, I think it's a C, it's too bad because Warrior is my favorite class by far. So when they were showing off the Titans, I was so excited to see what the Warrior one was. And I will be honest, day one, I crafted this card because I was very hopeful. I was very hopeful that it would be good. It's just not. You know, the fact that it attacks a random enemy minion, it feels so bad. You know, there's been times I've played this and you want it to hit a specific thing and it doesn't, and it can just lose you the game. So the fact that it's a random enemy minion really sucks. These effects aren't that great. I don't think it's the worst one by any means. I still think Norgannon's worse, but I think he's probably second worst. If I had to order these in order of like best to worst, I feel like C tier be ordered like that. Yeah, I was so disappointed with this card. I really wanted it to be good. And it was a waste of dust, Tom, as you said. This is just 1600 dust, essentially. It's too bad. I wonder if, you know, if there was some way they could have made this where you get to choose what minion it attacked. Because that wouldn't even be overpowered, I don't think. Like, yeah, you would basically get to choose and remove one threat. But you'd probably have to pick the +5 attack option. And in that case, when it goes back to the opponent's turn, it's just a 9/5, which 5 health is easy to remove. Yeah. If this had the ability to choose what it attacked, I think it would make it much, much better. But there's been so many times I've been in the game where they have like one big minion and one shitty minion, and it always attacks the shitty minion, man. It never attacks what you want it to attack. Void, this feels like the card. I just don't really care. Also, Mercilin, looking at the actual meta and the current cards, it would be possible to build a neutral deck to reach Legend. That would be funny. I've actually thought about doing that for a stream, doing a full neutral deck and seeing how it is. Air C, I think I've seen him like 2 times. Yeah, probably one of the 2 times was me playing it. Because like I said, I crafted this card day 1, hoping it would be good, and it's not good. And it was so hard for me to take this card out of my deck because like I said, I wanted it to be good. I was really trying to give it a chance, and it's just bad. Khaz'goroth's worst sin is that it's so boring. Yeah, that doesn't help too, right? It's just... it's not an exciting card. Like some of these, look at these. Like, oops, they have like such flashy, big, cool effects. And like Norganon and Khaz'goroth are just kind of like a wet fart. It's disappointing. On the other hand, Odin was the other legendary from that set, was pretty OP. Yeah, that's true. That balanced out in that regard. They got a really, really good legendary than a bad Titan. It isn't a Battlecry card while Bran exists. Sorry, which card? What? But anyways, last but not least, we have Yogg Saron. So Yogg came out in the mini set, and I actually want to show you guys before we talk about it. For anyone who maybe just started playing in the last couple sets, what's he called again? Unleashed. For anyone who maybe just started playing in the last couple sets, this is not the way Yogg worked when it first released. You know, it was nerfed and actually reworked at one point. So let me see if I have the old versions here. Yep. So this is the way Yogg looked when it first released. It was a 15 mana, and it said cost 1 less for every spell you've cast this game. It had the same abilities, but instead it cost 15 and it had a different text here. And basically, rogues and druids were playing this on turn 4 or 5. That's what was happening. So you think Yogg is strong now at 9 mana? Imagine people playing on turn 4. So yeah, this is the way Yogg released, and it was promptly nerfed to what it currently is. So basically they moved it from 15 to 9 mana, and they replaced the discount effect with the 2 random spell effect. And it's still very, very good. Like, it's S tier, no doubt about it. I think it's the strongest Titan. I forgot it started at 15 and not 20. Yeah, I almost wish they maybe would have bumped it up to, like, instead of reworking the card, I almost wish they would have just maybe bumped up to 20. Would that have been too, like, maybe at 20, it would still be very strong in certain decks, but then shit in other decks. Maybe that's the problem. I will not stand for Norganon slander. Hey, for you, Void, let me make a note here. I am going to play your deck. I am going to, not today, but maybe later this week. I will play Norganon with, what did you say? What's the card? Reverb. I will play Norganon Reverb. Yes, I will play it at some point to make it out and make it up to you. You're not putting Khaz'goroth in a non-Reno, and Reno wants Battlecry cards is what it meant. Oh, okay. Yogg is the Warrior Cope Titan. Yeah, like, obviously, Yogg is S tier. Part of it is because it's neutral and can fit into every deck, and it's almost played in every deck. You know, more often than not, people are playing Yogg right now. Yogg has actually snuck its way into a lot of decks you wouldn't expect, and one of the reasons is Ziliax. You know, people are playing the keyword soup Ziliax, and one of the ways to deal with it is just stealing it with Yogg. So a lot of lists have just started running Yogg just to counter Ziliax. But yeah, very good card. I think Ionar is much better than Yogg. I don't know. I obviously, like I said, the fact that it's neutral and can be played by multiple classes, that is like swaying me a bit in that regard. Leo, can you send? Can I send you a deck code? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've talked about it before, but like every other week or so, I do a viewer submitted deck stream where I play decks you guys send me. But even between those streams, if you guys want to send me a deck, I just add it to my list, and then the next time I do a viewer submitted stream, I just I pull decks from my list. So yeah, if you got a deck for me, Leo, go ahead, send it over. I think Yogg is A, to be honest. Great card, but its ability to, let's say it's cut off. Oh, the ability to mess you over, and the fact that it's only played in slow decks means it can't be S. Yeah, I won't lie. There's definitely been times the effect has screwed me over, and although it is really funny when it screws over the opponent as well. I still think it's S. It's so versatile. It can go into so many different decks. It could be a board clear. It can steal a strong threat. You're not really doing the tendrils anymore. If this was linked to a specific class, it would probably go down to A. But I think the fact that it's neutral bumps it up to S. Steve, is Ziliax getting rotated soon? Nope. Ziliax is here for another year and a half still. That's why I've always said it. If you have the dust to craft Ziliax and you don't have Ziliax, just craft it. Because it is going to be played for the next 2 years. And it's probably going to get nerfed multiple times too, so you can always just get your dust back eventually if you want. But yeah, Ziliax is very, very good, and it's going to be around for the next year and a half still. Not for 10 mana, but UNR makes Druid playable in Wild. Yogg doesn't do that for anything. Oh, UNR, oh yeah, I guess, yeah, UNR's played a lot in Wild. That's true. But yeah, that's my tier list. Basically, S is our, game warping cards by themselves, cards that can win the game by themselves or just run away with the game. Got the Primus, UNR, Amanthul, Sargeras, and Yogg. A's are very, very strong cards, but they need a bit of support. They're not just going to win you the game by themselves. So we have Ametis and shit, what's the name of this card? Golganeth. Or Golganeth, whatever it is. Got those two. B's are fine cards, but they're a little niche. With the Hunter one, the weapon can be destroyed and the card just kind of useless. With Voltron, it requires at least another minion on the board to really fully utilize its effect. And then the C's just aren't great. Argus is kind of all over the place design-wise and just doesn't synergize with Demon Hunter very well. Norganon, needs to survive multiple turns to really get its full effect, and it never survives multiple turns. And Khaz'goroth is just boring. It sucks. So yeah, that's this tier list. What do you guys think? Anything any like major things you've changed or disagree with? This is a Mana Crep tier list. Look at the cost by tier. That is funny, actually. Yeah, all the best Titans are the higher cost ones. That is funny. Oh, also, maybe that's why they didn't make Norganon 5 mana. I suggested earlier making Norganon 5, but maybe they didn't because, yeah, 6 was the lowest they went with the Titans. But yeah, the Titans are still around till the end of this year. These 5, I assume, are still going to see play until they're rotated. But yeah, I really like the Titan mechanic. I don't think it'll ever come back, especially Hearthstone never wants to reuse keywords, which I think is a big bummer. But I really like Titan. We talked about Colossal earlier. Colossal was a very, very good... Actually, no, it wasn't this. It was like, were these back-to-back sets? Titans and Voyage? Can't remember. No. Oh, they were way off. What am I talking about? They weren't even close. Anyways, yeah, Titans and Colossal were two keywords I loved. And if they ever came back in some capacity, I'd really, really like it. I think it might come back. Same as Colossals. People really like it. I hope so. Both Titan and Colossal, they just felt so impactful. There's so many legendaries, and I have to give them credit, right? Both Titan and Colossal, most of them saw play. You know, because sometimes they do these mechanics where all the classes get one and it kind of just falls flat. But yeah, Colossal, pretty much all the Colossals outside of, what was the 10 mana one? Ozumat. Pretty much all of the Colossals outside of Ozumat saw play. And then pretty much all of the Titans saw play as well. So they were just a home run. Like they did very well with the cards. They're just fun mechanics. Actually, that reminds me. I should do a tier list for the Colossal minions as well. It's not as relevant because they rotated. But still, let me write that down. Yeah, so the next tier list I'm going to do, actually, it was what I was planning on doing today, but it ended up being a bit more work than expected because the information was kind of all over the place on the wiki. I thought I was going to be able to go to like a single article on the wiki and be able to get everything. But basically, I wanted to do a tier list for all of the like the expansion announced or like the pre-expansion legendaries. So, for example, you know, Whizbang. Let's see here. What was the one in Whizbang's workshop? The card we got early. Cliffro. Yeah. So basically, like, you know, when they announce an expansion and typically they give you a free card, you know, a couple of weeks before the expansion launches, I want to rate all of them. So, like Bill said, Renathal, Marin, Califero, I forget what else off the top of my head, but my hope was that there would just be like a wiki page that had all of them listed, but it wasn't that simple. So I had to dig around for the information a bit, and I just didn't have it finished in time. So yeah, maybe next week or the week after, I'll do a tier list for them. But I think that'd be pretty fun. Kolak didn't see play, did it? Kolak is the Rogue Colossal, right? If so, it saw a ton of play. Also, let me copy this deck, Leo. So this is my favorite rogue deck. I would struggle to see Titans coming back for lore reasons more than anything. That is true. It's always a bummer when some of these keywords and mechanics are very thematically tied to the expansion because it just makes them harder to bring back, right? Oh, Kolak was the Druid one. Yeah, that one didn't really see play. I guess you're right. So yeah, outside of like one or two, pretty much all of the Colossals and Titans were played though. So I would consider that a success. Bill, Renathal, and Marin S. The rest kind of sucked. Yeah, I honestly forget some of the like pre-release legendaries. So once I look at them all again, we'd have to see. Imic. In our expansion guides, we have which card was given for free at the top of each article. Oh man, Hearthstone just coming in clutch. So the only problem here is, so nowadays, ever since, what is it? Ever since one of these expansions, they've done it for every single expansion. But in the early years, it was very sporadic. Click on the expansion button. Okay. There's or wait. Oh yeah. So here's Shadowhunter Vol'jin. Okay, this is gonna help. This is gonna help my research for sure. But anyways, so the only problem is there is some early expansions. Basically, it was, yeah, it was very sporadic at one point. It wasn't every expansion. The first example of this was Ungoro, where they gave out Volcanosaur. I don't know if it's listed here or not. Yeah, it's not. But basically, they gave out Volcanosaur like a week before the expansion launched. Yeah, they gave out Volcanosaur like a week before Ungoro released. And then there wasn't, I forget the next one. Rosticon's Rumble, maybe? Doesn't say. Anyways, my point was that nowadays, the last couple years, it's been every single expansion they've done one of these, you know, pre-release legendary cards for. But prior to that, it was very sporadic. The first like 4 or 5 were kind of all over the place. So I was doing a bit of digging and trying to get them all. I just didn't have it ready in time. So it will be a future tier list. That'll be the next one I do, like I said, in a week or two. Vargoth was S2. Oh yeah, Prison of Yogg. That's a good one, Void. Imic is truly the GOAT of the community. Oh, for sure. Yeah, Imic, you've been coming in clutch. You've basically shown me I need to use Hearthstone more. I keep underestimating how much information it has and just how like cleanly it's laid out. But yeah, so I went over all of the cards that got revealed since the last stream. It was the the Rogue and the Warlock cards, and then I did the tier list for Titans. So I got what, hour and a half, 2 hours left. So I'll be playing for Twist the rest of the stream. Which actually, yeah, we'll paste your deck, Leo. Let's see what it is. I'm not going to. What? Let me try copying it again. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I won't be playing it today, but here, let's add it at least. Hey, Fosco. So I just finished my Titans tier list. Now I'm going to be moving into Twist. Which they just added. Was it 8 or 9? Oh, my shit, Leo. What is this abomination? Reno, Renathal. Hey, at least it's not even or odd. Steve, is there going to be a stream tomorrow? No, so no stream tomorrow, but there'll be Wednesday and Thursday. Also, Thursday will be an important stream because Thursday will be my 1,000 subscriber celebration stream. So I will be starting 2 hours early. So it will potentially be, a 5-hour stream at least. So I'll be starting at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and I should have some World of Warcraft trading cards by then that I'll be opening on stream. And basically, there's a bunch of art and themes and characters from the World of Warcraft trading card game that they used in Hearthstone. You know, like a bunch of the old art, like the art from like the first 3 years of Hearthstone were pulled right from this card game. So I ordered some packs. I'm going to open them up. We'll check them out on stream. And then I'll be playing with viewers. So I'll be doing a viewer stream, and we'll be playing with some fun like deck building restrictions and gameplay restrictions and stuff like that. So yeah, that'll be Thursday. Thursday will be the long stream. Wednesday, I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet. It'll just be a normal stream. But yeah, Thursday. So if possible, come around for Thursday because I have some fun stuff planned for Thursday. What's the final verdict on Reno Death Knight? It was better than expected. Do I have my my win rate here? Let me check. Leo, it's a Reno Steel Rogue with loads of steel cards, bathing in value, call it Steel Everything. Alright. Maybe on Wednesday I'll play this then. I do love some Thief Rogue. Yeah, let's close it for now. Let me check. What was my Reno Death Knight win rate? Oh yeah, I played 11 games. I went 6-5, but I specifically remembered I threw one of those games. There was one game where I made a misplay and I lost, and there's possibly another game where I screwed up too. So yeah, I think I had a 65% win rate. The one that surprised me though was Shopper Demon Hunter. Yeah, I cruised to Legend again last month with Shopper Demon Hunter. I almost got all the way on stream. I got up to Diamond 2 or 1 on stream, and then I finished it off stream in not even that long. But yeah, so what we're going to do is play Twist today. I think 9 or 10 new heroes came out. Hopefully I have most of them. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we got Marin. Passive, when you play your rightmost card, draw a card. Shuffle 3 coins into your deck. So it's got a bunch of... Alright, so it's got... You pay a bunch of like cheap cards and coins, and you discount stuff. Ooh, Aviana. That's fun. Any other cool cards? Oh, Fizzle. Okay. Floppy Hydra. Okay, that's cool. Apparently Marin's very good. I've heard people say it in the chat. Fosco, forgot to tell you, I hit Legend with Reno Hunter. Nice. I do think Reno Hunter is strong deck. It's just kind of underrated. I had an 11-1 stretch and then a 13-4 go over the hump. Wow, man. Good job. Void, when would you next be doing viewer decks? Wondering if you'd be interested in my Excavate Cagehead Death Knight. I would 100% be interested in that deck. I usually do my viewer deck streams on like Mondays. So yeah, maybe next Monday I'll do a viewer submitted decks. Liadrin is also new. After you cast a spell on a friendly minion, draw a card. It costs 2 less once per turn. Refresh your mana crystals. Lock this for that many turns. Sounds like a buff deck. Lots of buffs. And some stuff that copies. Okay. What else do we got? Oh, Sargeras is new. At the start of your turn, shuffle a 10-cost spell that deals 30 damage into your deck. Oh, I remember reading this one. This one seems really cool. And then the hero power is destroy all minions. They can only use it once. You know what's funny? I remember when I read this hero a week or two ago, I was saying how this seems pointless because like Cthulhu had like 80 health. A bunch of heroes had like 50 or 60 health. But the fact that they normalized everyone to like 30, 35, this makes a lot more sense now. It should be like the Purified Shard, though. That is true. If you draw this against someone that has 35 health and they're at full health, it feels kind of bad. Ooh, Blood Reaver Gul'dan is very fun, too. All right, I'll be playing this deck 100%. Hadanis. Whenever a minion enters your hand, give it -2 attack and reduce its cost. Wait, this was a weird deck. It's like a silence... Yeah, it's like a silence deck with cards that like can't attack and stuff like that. Interesting. Choose a minion that takes 1 extra damage from all sources. What? What's the goal of this deck? I don't know. Elite Tauren Champion. At the end of your turn, give a random taunt minion in your hand, +2/+2. This is a taunt deck. I will say, I'm a little disappointed. I thought this would have like the effect like the pick. You know, when you play Elite Tauren Champion, you get the pick that passes back and forth. When I saw Elite Tauren Champion, I assumed the passive would have like that effect. Like imagine starting the game with the pick in your hand. That'd be cool. That's a little boring. Tamsin. Oh yeah, this one is cool too. I remember reading this. You have 2 lives. After you die, your hero power deals damage instead of summoning a demon. That's cool. Wait, are these new? Yeah. So 8 or 9 new heroes came out today in Twist. So you got Marin, Liadrin, Sargeras, Hadanis, Halvaria, ETC, Tamsin. Got Queen Ashara. After you play a Naga, refresh a mana crystal and it swaps. Get a Naga that costs 3 or less. Bill, yeah, they didn't really go through with the 20 or the 30 is nothing, Risk Cthulhu. By the way, if anyone's interested, Imik says, I made a new section in the expansion guide on Hearthstone with all the currently revealed signatures. I'll keep updating it in the future. Thanks. I like how chat's providing feedback and it's getting added to the website. So I don't have Thorim. Oh, it's the totem one. That's fine. What else we got new here? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, there's some cool ones. Sargeras seems really cool. Tamsin seems cool. Marin I'll try out. All right, cool. I think Sargeras seems the coolest, though. I think I'm going to start with that. Also, Emic was going to do that anyways, but I see that people are interested, so why not? Chat gave me the little bit of the push. I wish Champion saw more play. It's always so funny to see the game develop into hot potato. Yeah, so I uploaded a game on my YouTube a week or two ago where I forget what I was playing, but I discovered Elite Torrent Champion and I played it and I thought the same thing. The card is so fun. It always makes people like play awkwardly. And yeah, it was a good game. So if you haven't seen it already, go to my YouTube. It was a Demon Hunter. It was a Demon Hunter game. But yeah, let's start with Sargeras. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick break just to get a drink. I'm going to run an ad so we don't get hit with any ads for a while, and then we'll go ahead and play some twists for the next hour and a half or 2 hours or so. So I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. All right. So yeah, I think Sargeras gonna be the first deck I play. Also, oh, Fosco, what's Marin? So Marin, when you play your rightmost card, you draw a card, and the hero power is to shuffle 3 coins into your deck. So you're essentially playing, you know, coins and cheap cards to keep drawing and cycling. And then you got Sherazin as something. You got Aviana, you got Playhouse Giant, you got Fizzle, you got Van Cleef, possibly play a Big Edwin. So yeah, it's basically playing coins, cycling spells, drawing lots of cards. I want to try Sargeras. I'll definitely try Marin, but Sargeras is the one that seems the most like unique to me. Also, Behemoth, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. It's kind of good timing to play Twist because everyone's complaining about the standard meta right now. I know Druid has got very popular again, which I feel like that always happens. Druid is like always coming back from the dead. Maybe Druid's the real cockroach class. This is the elemental deck. If I had the coin, I'd probably keep this. Anyone watching in Canada, by the way? In Canada, it is Canada Day today, which is the essentially it is you know, like American Independence Day, but for Canada. And hey, Amy, how's it going? You have a good weekend? Behemoth Standard's not as fun as Twist now. Yeah, like I said, I heard a lot of people aren't happy with Standard right now. I haven't played it since Friday, I think, but even like late last week, Dragon Druid was kind of picking up in popularity, and it seems like over the weekend it's just even got more popular. So a lot of people are not happy with that deck right now. So kind of perfect timing, right? Perfect timing for more heroes to come out in Standard. Also, oh man, got some game one luck there. So I definitely want to do some damage to him because I want to try and keep him below 30, right? Yeah, let's just push. This oh shit button's nice too. I'll take the removal. Amy had a really good one. Parents came back from vacation, so I got to spend some good time with them. Just got some good unwinding from college. Nice, nice. Relaxing weekends are always nice. In the summer, they're very far and few in between for me. I feel... Oh, I forgot this is a 2... I forgot this is a 2-3 now. I'm so used to this card being a 2-2. But yeah, in the summer, I feel like I have so many like events and gatherings to go to. I just had a wedding to go to this past weekend, and there's always something going on. So I envy those weekends where you just get to chill and not do a whole lot. Void feels like Standard is too fast right now, especially for a 4-set meta. I agree 100%. Oh. Okay, I don't want to copy that. Man, I have to keep stopping myself from hitting this button. It's like programmed into my brain, right? That if I'm playing Warlock, I'm like clicking this button. I'm just gonna keep going face. I don't want him to get below 30. Do I just play this for tempo? I have nothing else to really copy in my hand, right? Turn this, play this turn. Yeah, whatever. Void, I just want to be able to play my goofy decks and have fun, but Standard isn't that right now. Yeah, so like I was saying, I agree 100%. The power level in Standard right now is insane. And as you said, we still have 2 more sets to go with this current rotation. So, yeah, I don't know. It just really feels like it's getting out of control recently. So, I am so tempted to shoot his face with this. Because how pissed will I be if I get to turn 10 and he's still at 31 health? Well, I guess he has the healing, right? One of the elements heals him. Let's play it safe. But I'm the same Void. I like playing meme decks. I like playing goofy decks. And yeah, it is tough sometimes to be able to play those kinds of decks when everyone else is being so sweaty and the power level's so high. Also, Amy, I just started my official summer break. Oh, nice. And I don't want to start working. Yeah, well, take a little bit of time for yourself, hopefully, and then you can hit the grind. Okay, that's nice next turn, at least. I think I just go face. They'll get him below 30. I'll just do this. Why not? Next turn, play this guy. Oh, Cottage is home. Cottage got a haircut, actually. I have to set up her camera again. I keep thinking about it, but just haven't had the chance. Say hi to the camera. Man, dog haircuts are expensive. They just keep going up in price. It's stupid. Was it? So she is about to turn 3 when... Oh, that's rough. Oh, that was a very bad 3-drop too. But yeah, so she's about to turn 3, and when we first got her, getting a haircut from like a private groomer who does it out of their house, right? It was originally like $60, I think. And the most recent haircut she just got, I think it's up to 80 now or 90. Crazy. Inflation, man. Inflation, it's hitting the dogs hard. Probably mostly good demons to hit, right? Actually, let's do this. I don't care about the health. Yeah, that's a good demon to hit. Also, Imic, I used to create my own decks as well, but it's impossible to do that right now. WoW is ultra dead because of power level, and standard has predefined decks. Yeah, it is too bad. Because it, like I said, it hurts the people who want to have fun, right? It hurts the people who want to build goofy decks and unconventional decks and stuff like that. Because there's been some streams where I've tried to play some like meme decks, and I just get shit on for hours, and it feels so bad. I've had a couple streams where I've like really tried to have fun and play a fun goofy deck, and it's just so demoralizing. And I finished the stream just feeling like defeated, you know, and it's a bummer because I play this game more so to have fun, right? I play the game to have fun, not necessarily to just like climb the ladder and like, you know, hit legend. This is a perfect target to hit. Just go face. Face is the place, guys. The more damage he takes, the less like he can heal above 30, right? Salty, are you winning? I think so. What does the 10 cost spell on your hero power do? So the hero power is 3 mana. It's basically Twisting Nether, but you can only use it once. So it's kind of like an oh shit button. You can only use once a game. And then your passive, it says at the start of your turn, your first turn, you shuffle a 10 cost spell into your deck. So it's this one, it deals 30 damage. So you basically get a gigantic... I drew this literally turn 2. But yeah, you shuffle it into your deck normally. I just got very lucky. Void had a good track record with 5 set metas though, so here's hoping Perils lives up to it. Yeah, we'll have to see. It definitely so far seems like the power level of Perils is lower, which is good. That's what the game needs. Pod, yes, yes, Cottage is here. You should try it. The hero power is not broken. What do you mean? It was a broken before? I just bide my time for one turn and I win, right? Actually, I should just use this. Like, I just win next turn, right? Whatever. Do you only get one of the 10 cost spells? Yeah. So it only shuffles one of this into your deck. Like I said, I just happened to draw it turn 2. I got super lucky. This doesn't get lifesteal, right? Okay. If it got rush lifesteal, I would have been really annoyed. Wait, I'm not dead, right? No, I'm not dead, right? Okay. Alright, we're fine. GG. Gotta have better luck. It's all skill, guys. The more skillful player wins, as always. That actually reminds me, something I wanted to bring up. So, I was thinking lately about Hearthstone. Holy shit quests. I was thinking how, historically, I really feel like Hearthstone boiled down to like, who's the better player? And it still does to an extent, don't get me wrong. But I think, here's Chimeran. I think lately, more and more, it just boils down to like, who draws better. because they keep printing these gigantic bomb, like they keep printing these singular cards that just swing games, and it boils down to like who draws more swingy cards or who draws their swingy cards first. And like, don't get me wrong, obviously skill is part of the game, you know. Yes, skill has an influence, but I feel like, yeah, there's just so many games I've lost because my opponent draws their swing card and I don't. Try these ones. Do you like Tamsin? You talking like the Twist hero Tamsin? If so, I haven't played it yet. That'll be the next deck I play. Also, Void, it's also that especially Nathri and Titans have been my favorite 2 metas in recent memory. Yeah, there are some really good expansions the last couple of years, I'm not going to lie. Oh yeah, so you play the rightmost card and you draw. I cost 1 less for every card in your deck didn't start there. That's cool.
It will come to me.
So that'll cost 2 now? What's this? Cost 1 less for every card you've played this turn. Bedonito. Yeah, it seems cool. Yeah, so I'll try Tamsin next game. Tamsin is one of the decks I really wanted to try too. But yeah, it's cool. It's how you have the 2 lives. Definitely unique. Okay. Actually, play this. Make it free. What if I just do this, this... Sure. I don't really know like what I should be doing with this deck. Obviously, you know, Edwin is a big payoff. Aviana is very nice. Playhouse Giant. What else are like the payoff cards? Is Marin the one, Immic, is Marin the one you said had like a 70% win rate? Or that was some other deck I think you said, right? Shuffle something into your deck. Might as well do this. I silence that? Sure. It cycles, right?
If 3 rights make a left.
I don't really know what to do. I feel like I'm just spinning. Oh, Shaman with totems. Oh yeah, the Tom and Totem. Wow, I can't talk. The Totem Shaman deck is very good apparently. Also, Salty, you want to shuffle a gazillion coins with this deck, shuffle a ton of coins, and then play like 10 of them a turn because you keep drawing when you play a coin. Okay, so I should try to hero power return that if possible. Next 2, if I had a, actually... Oh, this is this turn. Okay, I'll hold on to that. That Wind Fury scares me.
This guy's toast.
So the only problem right now is I need some draw. Might as well play this, I guess. Void really feel like Standard could do with the 40 health Renathal right now. Yeah, isn't it funny? It's like we needed Renathal most when he was gone. Yeah. I almost feel like Renathal could be like a core card, right? Well, I guess your passive draws you cards, right? I just didn't have a card I could play. Sure.
Hey, lights out.
That was a nice draw.
This guy's toast.
Okay, that turn felt better. A couple of my turns, I felt like I've just not really done anything, but that turn felt better. But yeah, Void, like I said, I don't know, I kind of wish maybe next year or something they'd bring Renathal back for core. But I wonder if they'd nerf him again to be the 35 again. Cottage is done with me. So yeah, I want Edwin. Oh, I forgot Floppy Hydra. Floppy Hydra's cool. Fizzle. Just play that to draw, I guess. Also, holy shit, I have a lot of cards in this deck. Oh, it's called the coins I shuffled. Yeah, shuffle coins. I gotta shoot my own thing now. Whatever. Not getting cards we want. Well, this is also this turn. That sucks that these are only discounts only for this turn. All right, we've had some good turns, we've had some bad turns. At least this is kind of a grindy deck like mine. It's not just gonna like kill me out of nowhere, right? Bosco, damn, missed the start. Work has been hectic. Marin looks kind of fun with Aviana. Yeah, Aviana is definitely the card I want to draw most in this deck. Aviana is such a fun card. I should play this card in Standard again. I love effects like this. You know, it's kind of like Void, like you were talking about, right? Aviana is like... Aviana just speaks to me. Like, Aviana is the kind of card I love to play, and it just sucks that cards like this aren't that viable. Or they don't even necessarily have to be, like, viable, right? But just be playable, at least. Seeker into Aviana is good. The only problem is Seeker can also draw one of the coins. It's more than likely to draw a coin, right? I have more than 9 of them in my deck. Yeah, so that'll just draw a coin, but that's not the worst thing, right? Oh, Fizzle. Yeah, let's do this first.
I won this.
Anything here I want to shuffle in my deck? Yeah.
I won this.
Alright, probably play the Floppy Hydra. Actually, no, I want to keep drawing. Oh, there's Aviana. Okay, that's what I was waiting for.
True strength rises from the ashes.
Alright, so next turn I'll probably Fizzle. Because, yeah, I want Aviana in the Fizzle. All the cards that generate something go to the right as well. Yeah, I kind of missed that a couple times already. Void, Aviana, Highlander, Druid is a blast of a deck. I'll have to play that again. I remember at one point I was playing a Hero Power Druid deck with Aviana, and it was really, really fun. Actually, I had Aviana, and I also had Hearth in it. Like, both those cards were very fun. But I'm excited for this expansion. How about you guys? You looking forward to Perils in Paradise? Even though I will say, I think the theme is dog shit. I think it sucks having multiple goofy expansions back to back. You know, I talked about it earlier in the stream, but the fact that it's called Perils in Paradise, like, where's the peril? You know, maybe, you know, with the mini set, something will happen, but yeah, it's a little boring. The cards, though, like you said, Amy, yeah, the cards look really good. I think there's a lot of cool, a lot of very unique cards. There's a lot of cool neutrals. The dual class stuff is really cool. Just the theme is a bit of a bummer. All right, that was fine to hit off of that. So what if I do this? I might be mathing wrong. We'll see. No, I'm good. I don't really need this in this snapshot, I feel like, right?
Care to make a wager, friend?
All right. Play Aviana next turn. Bosco, very excited. I've 8,700 gold sitting. Holy shit. Definitely looking forward to Big Spell Mage. Yeah, there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of cool cards coming out. There's a lot of cards that like inspire deck ideas to me. There's a lot of cards that I'm like, ooh, I want to make this deck with that. Ooh, I want to try this like stupid combo with that, you know? I think there's a lot of cool like deck enabling cards in this set. Amy, although I agree with you, the thematic is charismatic, but I would prefer something a bit more WoW-esque. Yeah. So hopefully the next expansion, right? All right, here we go. So this will go... We want to hit this first. Rip, no coin. All right, give me some one-cost legendaries. I might as well just shoot it, right? Because if I trade it, it's essentially doing the exact same thing. Okay. Here, I'm even making it a bit cheaper. Never lucky, not drawing the legendaries. Bosco, loving the idea. I've been a master deck builder for a few years. The Reno variants are going to be so cool with the new tourist keywords. Yeah, I think I might be jumping the gun, but I think the tourist keyword might be one of the best keywords they've done in a long, long time. Like, if it works out well, you know, because it can go very wrong. I think it'll be very easy for the tourist mechanic to be a balanced nightmare. I think it'll be very easy for it to just be bad. But if it turns out half decent, I am very, very excited for it. It's something people have been asking for a long time, right? For years and years, people have been asking for, you know, cross-class decks like you can do in like Magic the Gathering. So if it turns out even half decent, I think people will be very happy. I wish they bring back the 40 health, 40 card decks for the ultimate troll. Yeah, it kind of would be nice. Hoping Death Knight gets some cool stuff tomorrow. Death Knight will get some very cool cards. I agree. I think, because my favorite Death Knight deck is Blood Death Knight, and Blood Death Knight, I think, is the rune that has kind of got the least since Death Knight came out. I think I have enough coins in my deck, right? I don't need to hit this. Might as well do this first. All right, give me a legendary, man. Give me a one-cost legendary. That's okay. That does nothing right now. Oh, come on. Might as well just play it to draw. I'll shuffle Nazoth because it does nothing. That does nothing. God damn it, man. Aviana, you shit the bed this game. Alright, can I get something else to play? Man. Alright, guess we're playing a big boy. Fosco, very cool idea. They've never done it for a real reason. Because it feels... Wait, the dual class arena runs. I forgot about that. Yeah, the dual class arena runs were neat. Dual class arena runs were badass. Usually come around Halloween, I think. I do hate how many Unholy cards have come out since Death Knight launch. Yeah, like I said, I think Frost and Unholy have got a ton of support since the launch of Death Knight, but Blood hasn't really got anything. And it sucks because Blood is the most interesting rune, like, by far to me. Come on. Yeah, Fosco, this was like the worst Avion I've ever seen in my life. Between new heroes except Marin, which is broken. To be honest, I haven't played enough of them yet to really tell. But apparently Totem Shaman is giga busted. Apparently Totem Shaman has like a 70% win rate. So possibly that. Okay, here we go. All right, get rid of that.
No honor among thieves.
Give your hero +4 attack. Hey, that's not bad. Aviana, you did something. The first good thing you've done all game. All right. The only problem here is I might need to hit this with my face, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Oh, Zola's cool. Actually, not really. Actually, gets me another Sunwalker, I guess, right? Oh, I know board space.
I'm short on time.
I think I need the taunt. Ah, I still gotta hit it with my face, probably, right? God damn it. Yeah. Oh well. We got a decent board. Yeah, we're at 9, but we got Edwin. Void, it feels like every expansion they print like 5 new Unholy cards and leave Blood and Frost behind. Even Frost feels pretty left behind. Yeah, I will say, Frost, yeah. Frost is second in terms of support for sure. In theory, Blood definitely is the strongest of the 3. For late game, just needs a few more cards and GG. Yeah, like triple Blood, when it first launched, was the coolest deck I've played in a long, long time. And say like Vampiric Blood, right? The idea of raising your max health, I thought that was going to be a key mechanic for Blood Death Knight, and they've just done nothing with it ever since. So it feels bad, because I thought there would be more like health manipulation on the Blood side, and not only has it got little to no cards since, none of them have involved like the health aspect, so it's been a, you know, feels like they dropped the ball in that regard. Void, I especially want to see them explore Blood Frost design space more, as that is something you can really get interesting to control. Sorry, that's something you can get really interesting designs for control archetype. You have to think that people are running the Frost DK at the opening. Yeah, I don't know. I just want there to be a good control Death Knight deck, because I really enjoyed it at first, and it's just got nothing since release. Frost felt so bad when it was strong. Freeze your entire board and get a dude. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was very reminiscent of like Frost Mage, which Frost Mage is very frustrating to play against at times. So I understand people's complaints with it. Oh, having a 10 cost on the right side. Okay.
It will come to me. Catch a cold. Look at
What does this do? Deal 2 damage to all minions except friendly elementals. Okay. I guess I'm attacking you into it. And then... Man, this should have like Rush or something. This card is so bad. Get Floppy Hydra out there. I'm just dead here, right? If he has a legendary elemental. I blame Aviana for this game. Why is N'Zoth 10? It's because I shuffled N'Zoth into my deck, so it lost the discount. Yeah, that kind of screwed me over there. I'm not giving him the satisfaction. Get out of here. Get your BM out of here. But yeah, I actually screwed myself by shuffling the Zot into my deck there. Is Thorim broken as Marin? I think Thorim is the totem one, right? Yeah, apparently Thorim is stronger than Marin. Also, let's try Tamsin now. Void, I mean, it's still a blood mechanic, just we haven't seen other than the new Maw and Paw. Yeah, like the only cards that have you affect your health, it's Vampiric Blood, Maw and Paw, and the Primus, I believe. So you could argue, yes, they came out with 2 cards that affect your max health with Primus and Maw and Paw, but they're just not the same, right?
Is my power.
And they're not like exclusively blood cards either, right? Also, what do I want to do in this with this deck? This is the taunt deck. Oh yeah, this is like I want to like hurt myself, right? And die, because then my hero power gets better. So I probably don't want lifesteal, right? I want to die. Keep this then. We'll see. My dream card for Death Knight is a 2 blood, 1 frost card that causes your hero to steal health from frozen minions. So that's cool for the rest of the game. Yeah, I read that Mograine, right? Apparently Mograine. So Mograine was the one that when you played it for the rest of the game, you dealt 3 damage to the enemy at the end of your turn. And apparently during development, Mograine's effect was you would siphon 3 health from your opponent. So basically, you would gain 3 max health and your opponent would lose 3 max health. But they decided during testing that it was too strong. But I think it's such a cool idea. Take 1 damage, summon a 1/1. Oh, and it increases. That's cool. But yeah, I do think Mograine, even with like the rework, Mograine was still a cool card. Like that inevitable damage every turn is a cool effect. I don't know what hero. I don't know what hero I can craft except for Marin because it's free. Can you tell me which is the best? Yeah, so Thorum seems like the best, but Marin is also good apparently too. I'm sure Arthas, correct me if I'm wrong, Arthas is probably still good. Just keep hitting this. What's that Hearthstone donkey website? Does that have twist data? Let me see. Oh, it does. So this is probably out of date. Which one's Thrall? I don't know. Yeah, this is probably... I guess the new heroes like just came out today, right? So this data isn't really including the newest heroes. But it's saying Thrall had a 68% win rate. I don't know which deck Thrall was. I forget. I don't know. Just keep shooting myself, right? You have 2 lives. After you die, your hero power deals damage instead of summoning a demon. Wait, what? So what, you take damage and summon a demon? Or sorry, you take damage and deal damage? Or you... I can't talk. I can't think. You take damage and heal damage? I feel like I'm not understanding how it works. Oh. Imix Goddess. Click on... Oh, so just this, and then switch to today?
Ooh, this is where it gets good.
I can't do just today. Let's go 100. Past day. Am I blind? Oh, past day. Yeah, yeah, I got you. They're all 70% diamond to legends. So is Thrall Thorim? If I click on it, does it say? Doesn't say. I'm assuming Thrall is Thorim. It's just like not updated because it just same with like so you can see some of these. They don't. The names aren't updated. Okay. Just hit this every turn, right? Yeah. Which Tamsin does this need actually? Because I will say, you know, some of the legendaries that are needed to unlock these decks, they're so old and they're just like not worth it to craft, in my opinion. Does this Tamsin deck require like the hero card Tamsin? Because that card's really good. I'll have to take a look. Oh yeah, Void. If you could have Mograined with Bran. Yeah. All right, just hit this. Hit the button.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
This guy's just playing taunts, right? He's buffing taunts at the end of his turn. Get a taunt with your hero power. Oh, it wants the 1/3 Tamsin. That card's not bad still. It's still played in some like combo decks and stuff. But I think the hero card Tamsin's better, for sure.
Not dead.
Ooh. Yeah, let's hit this. Actually, Shadow. Actually, I don't care about the healing, right? I could die. Who cares? Void, I assume it becomes a mage hero power that also damages you? Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. Sheriff is the nuts in this deck. Yeah. I underestimated sheriffs at times. The location's pretty good. Also, oh shit. Hey, this is a big boy.
What is taking so long?
If I hero power, I'm assuming it'll be refreshed when I die, right? Let's see. Okay. So it's essentially like... Wait. Oh, it's not even healing you. Oh, okay. So it's just like a gigantic nuke that also hurts you. Interesting.
Arcane bolt.
Okay. I don't know why. I wasn't like expecting it to work that way. Wow, I feel like I would have held on to this card and waited for it to get buffed up. So you were going in jail. Then Rag?
Spirit of the flame, turn them to ash!
This can hit face too. I think I'll hold this weapon for one more turn. Like I'll use this spell next turn, get one charge off, and then just play this probably. Okay, we're a face deck now. Just start shooting his face. So what is there here to like help with the damage I'm taking? Yeah, so some of this healing makes sense now. Is there like harp in this deck? How is there no harp in this deck? Anything else to like prevent the damage entirely? That's surprising. So this shoots for 9. This will have 6 left. Oh, this is one-off active. Oh, actually, no. It's still fine. It's still fine. I had the one charge left. I'm surprised this deck doesn't have more ways to mitigate your HP. Yeah, like I feel like the harp would make sense in this deck, right? To basically stop damaging you for a couple turns. Okay, that helps. Do I care to jail anything here? Not really. Do I just hold on until this is at like 18? That could force a draw. Marin feels so good right now. You'll have to try Marin out again. Marin was kind of weird because I had turns where I felt like I did a lot, and some turns where I just feel like I did nothing. Like I felt like I just kind of spun my wheels a bit.
This is where it gets good.
Okay. So you're getting jailed.
Our gift of frost shields us.
Am I just dead? 10, 15. Yeah, I'm just dead. Well, that's a weird deck. Maybe you don't want to rush to die. I assumed you wanted to like get to your like second stage as quick as possible. And maybe you just play it like a normal deck, and then the second stage is just like a bonus or like a finisher. I want to know how Ashara is. I always enjoyed Naga Mage. Well, let's try her out. Passive is... Oh, it's like that one card. So after you play a Naga, you refresh a mana crystal, and it switches to a spell. So then after you play a spell, you refresh a mana crystal. So you're basically alternating Naga and spells. And then your hero power is 1 mana. Get a Naga that costs 3 or less. And it shifts 2. So I'm guessing it's discover a spell that costs 3 or less. Let's try it out. I do like the play pattern of that card where you alternate between the two types. Yeah, let's check it out, Void.
Queen Ashara
King Crush. I think this is like the first time I've ever played against King Crush. Which, it's a cool idea. I think I rated it A tier on my tier list in terms of like creativity and uniqueness. Alright, so we want some cheap spells and some cheap Naga. We can coin this out, maybe. Problem is Tamsin. She has no card draw. Yeah, I could see that being a problem for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I maybe I wasn't just playing that deck right, but I feel like I was thrown off. It was not like I expected. So I have Naga first. Oh, it's just generate. I don't know why I thought it was discover. I'll just play this, I think. Next turn I can go off a bit.
Gotta keep 'em tuned.
Who dares disappoint me?
King Crush is cool on paper, but doesn't really work well in execution. Yeah, so when I did my tier list, which by the way, I was really worried this was going to happen, but so many people got so butthurt with my tier list for Twist because I didn't, you would think that if I did a tier list for the Twist heroes, I would rate them based on like how strong they were, right? But I didn't, because Blizzard said they were going to be doing active balance changes. So if I rated them based on balance, my tier list could have been invalid a day later or a week later, right? So instead, I rated them based on how unique and interesting they were, because regardless of any balance changes that happen, like the heart of the deck wasn't going to change. So I rated them based on how unique or fun or interesting they were. And yeah, I rated King Crush highly because, like you said, it's a cool idea on paper. It's just the execution, maybe not that great. So this is at spell. Also, that's refresh, not... So that was kind of a waste. Whatever.
A watery grave awaits.
Time is short.
Sharp note. Drown. Drown.
Yeah, remember when this was strong? But yeah, so they did with the last patch, they actually changed a bunch of the decks. So I don't know. Is King Crush any good now? Like, were any of the changes they made to the decks actually good? I actually never went over, like, the decks, how they got changed. Ah, it's rough. Hey! She's still alive. Never mind. This keeps getting cut off. This is Naga right now. Oh, that is nice. Okay. So I want to play a Naga.
Gotta keep 'em tuned.
Alright, we have to deal with this before it gets too big. The mana discounts always seem to distribute too evenly, which ends up making a bunch of big beasts in your hand be like slightly cheaper as opposed to cheating out one big beast. Yeah, I could see that. Sargeras is a control deck. I saw some players. Yeah, I played one game with Sargeras and I won. I drew the bomb on turn 2, so that was definitely nice. But yeah, Sargeras is a cool idea. It is basically like your quintessential like control deck, right? So this is Naga again.
Beauty is more than scale deep.
I need like a freeze effect or hard removal. Well. So I need another Naga. If you've cast a holy spell, holiness. I have not cast a holy spell. Oh, and I can't play that. Oh.
Beauty is more than scale deep.
Give me a 0 cost spell. Oh, holy shit, that was nice.
Dares disappoint me.
Okay, that helps too. Okay, we're still in this, guys. Alright. Is there any board clears in this deck? So this is spell currently. Probably soul freeze. Alright, that's the best outcome there. So he's out of gas. So I just need to clear his board and I'm in a pretty good spot. Man, is there not no holy spells in this deck? Alright, give me some removal. This gets me another one in hand, right? So now spell. Now Naga.
Pick me.
Now spell. Now Naga. Now spell. Sure. The handmaiden was randomly generated. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean the Herald of Light? Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Because I was like, where's all the holy spells, man? Please no big beast. Please no big beast. Okay, so that's some kind of spell? Alright, this is Naga.
No wear and tear of any kind.
Oh boy. That does nothing, but if I take this, I can make the other one cost 0. Okay. Oh, God. I need some hard removal, man. So this is Naga. Oh, wait, what is this? Nature spells, frost spell. Doesn't really do anything.
A conundrum. Time is short.
Oh, man. My hand's just too full of shit. Nah, I'm probably dead. He probably just leaves one board. I can't count. Yeah, I needed hard removal. Or like Blizzard or something. Oh, yeah, he has a 0 power. I forgot. I'm giga dead. Alright, I want to play another with this deck. I had too many, like, 3. Like, this card did nothing. I could never afford to draw and play this card. Yeah, I think it was just, like, a bad hand. Bad start. After I was talking shit about King Crush, too. That was karma. Alright, let's try another one. I think it's a cool deck idea. I think I just had a bad hand, bad start. Alright, then I'll have to check out what other ones can do other than this. Okay, here's Warlock. Here, so let's see how this guy plays this deck, because maybe I just played it wrong. Alright, toss the school teacher. Okay, she'll probably be active by the time I can play her. Yeah, there was just there was multiple cards last game I just couldn't play. Like I either were drawing cards or generating cards and my hand was just too full. But it's fun. It's fun when you like get the chain off and go back and forth and do that combo. Come on, potato pie. So starts off with Naga. Solo's kind of cool. Might just hero power again next turn because I don't unless I top deck a 1 or 2 drop Naga.
Side effects.
What are the like payoff cards here? Elemental Inspiration. Yeah, let's just do this. Okay. Guess I'm just blank Snake Eyes next turn. Is my hand gonna fill up again? It better not. It's like the one time I don't want Snake Eyes to draw double. Yeah, I want these to be active first. Don't roll a double. Okay. Naga. Armor, I guess. That? I'll take the rush. I keep forgetting it refreshes a mana. Ooh, nice one drop. So this is discover a spell, discover a card. I'll probably do this, the discover a spell first. Yeah, what are the card reveals for the rest of this week?
Then for which piece where no?
So tomorrow is Death Knight. Yeah, Death Knight might be the one I'm like most excited about to see. And then Wednesday is Shaman. And then that's it for the week. Then the week after is Demon Hunter and Priest. Then we got Hunter, Warrior. Warrior spread out over 3 days. Or wait, is that 3 days or 3 slots? I mean, usually they reveal the classes over 2 slots. Warrior's got 3. Wonder why. Okay.
Go with the flow.
Why couldn't I get this last game?
The queen's
Alright, cheap spell.
lies beyond your comprehension.
Time is short.
So it is Naga now, sure. Now spell. Oh, that's kind of bad. I'm just doing that.
Dice and slice.
Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Whatever. The rope screwed me at the end there. I couldn't think. I think Death Knight just has the coolest design space out of the classes. Yeah, you're not wrong. And like, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? Because of the rune system, Death Knight has so many different directions it can go, so much design space, but at the same time, it makes Death Knight very like unfocused. You know, it basically feels like 3 unfinished classes mashed into one. So it's good and bad. It has a lot of potential. It just, I don't know, hasn't been panning out that well in my opinion. So Naga.
We have plotted long enough.
Which one do I want here? Just Colossal. Just generally good. Five damage. Do I just like, I don't know. Do I just rush him down? We'll see. I don't know why I thought I read that after you transformed, your hero power would deal damage and heal you. Like it essentially, you know, have like lifesteal. Maybe, like I said, maybe I was just playing the deck wrong. I don't know.
The hiding spot.
Oh, he's just going phase 2. Okay. So this is on Naga still. That's a pretty good one to get. Did I generate that, or is that in the deck? I generated it.
Just resting my eye.
So now spell. So now Naga. Ooh, I'll copy that. I need board space. Let's go face.
Who dares disappoint me?
Oh, that's kind of bad. So I got a bit of extra reach here. Got a fireball if needed. But yeah, so going back to Death Knight, I would not be surprised if at some point they scrapped the rune system. I hope they don't, but I don't know. It almost feels like they're painting themselves into a corner a bit with it. Like when Death Knight first came out, all you were playing was triple rune decks, and then they nerfed the rune system, and now you're only playing rainbow. Like that, in theory, it's super cool, but they just can't seem to balance it. But it's Flame Strike here, depending what he plays. So I'm at a pretty good spot. I'm at 34 life. This is on spell. Actually, kind of nice. This cycles like the spell effect twice. So now Naga.
Nowhere
Something cheap.
near of any kind.
So now spell.
Dares disappoint
So you go face. Does he kill himself next turn? Yes. Has nothing else to hit. Alright, my hope here is maybe he like drops some giants or something, or drops some stuff, or drops like the 4/4s. Those 4/4s that get discounted for damage. Play a couple and I flame strike them. That's the dream. Boy, I think they just haven't found the design sweet spot. The reason Rainbow is so prevalent at the moment is the last time they printed cards that don't fit into Rainbow as plagues. Yeah, and who knows, right? But at this point, Death Knight's been out for, what, 2 years? Am I getting the timeline wrong? But yeah, who knows? Maybe with time, they'll find some kind of sweet spot. But like I said, yeah, they basically keep swaying one direction or the other. And they just can't seem to nail it. So I think the rune system has a lot of potential. It's just not working out well in execution. I stopped playing standard, too much rogue and paladin, they have everything in hand. Yeah, part of it is just decks don't run out of gas anymore. Like, decks have so much card draw and card generation now, it's very rare that decks just run out of steam. Okay, we are at spell. Oh, Vaporize is really nice here. I think we're in a really good position here. Yeah, more face damage, man. So Naga damage. Just all the damage cards, guys. That's all we care about. Get a 1-drop. Oh, that's a good 1-drop. Wow, we are popping off this turn. Zero cost spell? Oh, almost. Wow, that was a nice turn. Also, Emic, I gotta go. Need to finish some things and sleep. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the help. Honestly, you've been opening my eyes to how good Hearthstone is, and I definitely need to use it more often. Definitely the rest of the reveals I'll be using Hearthstone. But yeah, thanks for all the help. Really, thanks to the website. Thanks for all the things you've been doing. Have a good night. Okay, can I kill him before he kills me? He's just gonna jail that. I'm here and on Discord to every need me. Yeah, thanks. I didn't forget that other time that the wiki was acting up and you reached out to one of the admins for the wiki. That was a big help as well. Like I said, you're like my band off to the side that helps me out. So yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, this freezes at least. Okay, that helps too. Actually, I'll just play that.
I command the icy death.
Who dares disappoint me? Time is short.
Sure. All right, don't discard anything really good, please. This is a fun deck. Once it gets going and you like start doing like the combos and stuff, it's fun. Grab Xanoltath. Oh, is that the weapon? Actually, you're right. I should have picked the weapon the first time I played this. With all the spells you're playing, because it has what, 5 charges, so it's essentially 10 damage to face. Yeah, you're right. I should do that. Also, he can't hero power, or else he just kills himself. Actually, never mind. Yes, he can. But you're bringing yourself so low. Actually, there's probably 8. Oh, it wasn't lethal there. All right, so this is at spell. Actually, do I want to do this first?
We have plotted long enough.
All right, let's see what happens here. All right, good for you. Good for you, Void, for knowing the name of this card. I had no idea what the name of this card was. All right, so I got to do spell. Do I just go face? Is this the opponent? Is there some kind of lethal here? We'll see.
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
Time is short.
Give me something cheap.
Go with the flow.
Something cheap. Oh, shit. I done goofed, guys. Queen was lethal? Did I miss something? So the positive here is he can't hero power, or else he just kills himself. Oh, no. Am I dead? 9 plus 10, 19. Okay, I'm not dead. All right, you can't hero power. Ashara was a card I added to a lot of decks for a while. Yeah, I'll be honest. When Ashara was in Standard, I had it in a lot of decks too, but I could probably count on one hand how many times I took the weapon. It wasn't very often. Okay, we're still not dead. Wow, this is this game has been like on a on a thread. Okay. So that is a touch and the other card, right? All right, 19 is rough. The problem here is I need to kill this. Because if not, he can just shoot me and the 6 will kill me. This is spell. Yeah, see, if I Flame Strike Cone of Cold here, it clears the board. Oh, actually, no, I don't need a Cone of Cold. I'm still probably dead, though. Because he can just shoot me, right? Something cheap.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, you just... Damn. That was close. He gained back too much health there. So now he can afford to shoot me. And I never got to gain this armor from Kolak. Alright, man, enough with the BM. We get it. Also, Void, I feel like the weapon was very underused, despite being very good. Yeah, I feel like I did underestimate the weapon sometimes. Alright, which deck haven't we played yet? Elite Torn Champion, I think, is kind of boring. I'm not sure what this is supposed to do. Liadrin. Which one? What should I play, guys? Halvaria, ETC, Liadrin. ETC just seems like a big, like, ham buff taunt deck. Bog says Katoon. Actually, I do want to try Katoon. I want to try Katoon with the updated deck. I want to see how it plays out. They also tweaked the passive a bit. It used to be after every time 2 minions die, your Katoon gets +1/+1. Now it's every time 3 minions die, it gets 2+2/+2. Oh yeah, I saw they added eye stock. Can you discover eye stock now with the 0 power? Because I'm 99% sure eye stock wasn't even in this pool, because I never discovered it before. Do I keep this to infuse this? It's just a little slow. Whatever, I can coin it out. But yeah, I feel like you can't get eye stock of Cthulhu with this hero power, or else I'm just incredibly unlucky, because I don't remember ever getting it before. So, hero power turn 1. Played this turn 2. Yeah, they changed this passive, so now when you shuffle a bomb, you also get 1 armor. Oh, I'm so close to being able to infuse this on turn 3. I think that's hero power. The hero power is so strong. I mean, the eye stock is not really a follower. Aw, get out of here with your logic. But I get it, for sure. From a lore perspective, sure. Is there any reason to hold the coin? I could do the light bugs. Oh, Hedanus. Yeah, Void. I forgot Hedanus was like a silence priest. That does seem a little more interesting. Alright, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't play these 2 cards before I drew that. So this will fully infuse this guy. So next turn... Actually, next turn I could possibly just rip this infused. I got a lot of options for next turn. Alright, we'll see how important this 1 armor ends up being. Is that a mech too? Yep. Okay, trade. Kill this, play this, play this. Okay, we're in a pretty good spot. Oh yeah, I'll take this because of the bombs. Yeah, depending how long this game goes, Void, maybe I'll try out Hedanus as well. Alright, I am not going to kill these. This lifesteal will help. I'm probably going to trade here and then go face with this guy just to keep him at full life. Just play this too. Ooh, spreading plague is nice with all these little shitters up. But I'm just going to do this, I think. Actually, no, I want to hit this every turn. Alright, let's get rid of the coin. Wait, is this any minion or friendly minion? Oh, whenever a minion dies, that's cool. I don't remember ever playing this card when Cthulhu was in standard. I didn't realize it was all minions. That was only friendly. All right, we're in a pretty good spot. Cthulhu's up to 12. So what else was added to this deck? I know they added Doomcaller, they added Eye Stalk. I think Trial by Fire is new. Scale of Onyxia is new. Was Saddle Up always in the deck? Saddle Up's cool. Oh, God. Wow, I'm surprised he didn't magnetize that at all. Wonder if he didn't realize, like, magnetizing still counts as playing. I think he definitely doesn't realize that. He should have magnetized the Divine Shield to that. Okay. Oh, lots of triggers going on. Shuffling bombs, buffing Cthulhu. Oh, Blade is nice. Although, is this deck even playing anything like really big? Whatever. You go here because I want to keep this at full health. I want to keep you at full health. And I want to get rid of Mimiron. And it's 2 more Cthulhu triggers. Swipe is a brutal draw. Yeah, Swipe was nice there. Although, like I said, I don't think he realized that... Where is it? I don't think he realized that for Mimiron, if you magnetize a mech, it still counts as playing a mech. Because he should have magnetized those things to Mimiron. He wants to get rid of that. Yep. Take that. I haven't drawn a single bomb yet. Have I? I have 9+. I have a lot in my deck, and I have not drawn a single one. So this will give me, what, 7 in the bottle? Here, if I do this... Actually, no. Go everything... Wanna play this guy? Hit one of the shitters. Or the 5-2. Or my face. Anything but... Yeah, that's fine. Oh, my guy's getting beefy. See, this is the annoying thing with bombs. Like, I love Bomb Warrior, don't get me wrong. But it's so frustrating when you shuffle a million bombs in their deck and they just don't draw them. And oh, Bog, you're right. He maybe wanted more mech deaths. That's why he didn't magnetize. That is true. Okay. Let's see what I get off this. I'm gonna laugh if I just draw like a billion bombs on one turn and just die. Sure. Removal. Maybe I should have killed this and then just healed it back. I don't know. Yeah, I could actually, because what do I need? 7 bombs? I could just top deck 7 bombs and die. And there's always a possibility. Because what do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I got, what, like 12 or 13 bombs in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 13 bombs in my deck. Well, it's just lethal, right? Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't realize my Cthulhu got so big. Yeah, see, that always feels bad. I had, what did I say, 13 or 15 bombs in my deck? I drew 1 the entire game, I think. Feels bad, man. This may be the greatest Usher of Souls value I've ever seen. Yeah, I got a lot of value off that card. Bog, was Cthulhu ever lethal there? I feel like Cthulhu was probably lethal last turn too. I just didn't realize it was so big. All right, Void, I'll play Hadanis for you. It'll be the last game for tonight. Yeah, I honestly didn't realize Cthulhu got so big. I feel like it ramped up so quickly at the end there. All right, so this is like a Silence Priest deck. All right, this is Corpse Death Knight. That was a cool intro. So what do I want here? Sure. Breakdance is okay on the Anubis Sass. That silences it. I forget what the passive and the hero power are, though. Passive is... Oh, what does this say? When a something enters your hand, give it... Oh, minion, I think. When a minion enters your hand, give it -2 attack and reduces cost by 1. Hero power, give a minion +2/+2, but silence, draw a card. Oh! Okay. That counts when I draw them, too. That's cool. Okay. Oh, then they'll lose the -2 in its silence, too. Oh, that's neat. He attacked into it? Okay, okay. He really doesn't want it to live, damn. Sure. Alright, next turn I will buff that and draw a card more than likely. Actually, maybe I play the Anubis Sass. Damn, I got a lot of options. Ah, screw it. What if I go face and breakdance? And then next turn... Actually, no, not next turn, but a future turn. I could play 2 of these guys and silence both. I've always thought the idea of decks like this were cool. You know, these minions that have these, like, can't attack parameters and then silencing them. It's never really been amazing, but it's a cool idea. Void, I feel like the hero power should be a silence. Yeah, that's true. It could be like 2 mana, silence a minion. If it's already silenced, draw a card. Something like that. Okay, that's cool. The, Oh, I don't really want to silence this, though. Oh, let's play Big Taunt. And I don't want to silence it because it loses the taunt and it has more than enough attack to deal with this stuff. Silas? What do I want to give them with Silas? Bittertide Hydra? What else is worth giving them? Silas is very weird. Unless I'm missing something here. I guess you could use Silas to steal a good minion and give them a shitty minion. I guess that's possible.
Turn the volume down.
Mainly doing this to draw. Voskan, it's a shame you have so few viewers. You're pretty chill to watch and far less insufferable than some of the other Hearthstone streamers. Well, thank you, man. But I'm trying. I just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube this past weekend, so that was a nice milestone. But yeah, we're slowly getting there. Getting the viewers and the subscribers little by little. But thanks, I appreciate it. But yeah, Void, like you said, yeah, I'm assuming you want to, like, see right here, right? I could steal a 10-10. Well, I wouldn't want to do it right now, but I could steal a 10-10 and give them, you know, some shitty minion in return. I would really like to steal the taunt, but this is in the way.
Oh, interesting.
Damn, it's a lot of damage on board. I think I have to do this. If he has some kind of hard removal, I'm screwed. Yeah, using Silas to steal that 10-10 taunt would have been really nice. Couldn't you just give them the Silas? I could have. I think that was still better, right? That play basically eliminated 10 damage. If I just played Silas and gave it to them, it would have only minus 8 damage. Also rip. Hey, Gigafin. I got no other play, right? Alright, let's see. He's got 1 damage here, 1 damage here. Actually, there's the taunts in the way. Oh, you bitch. At least the board is not doing anything immediately, right? Nothing with rush. Oh, this guy poisonous, I forgot. Not looking very good for us, guys. Oh. Not what we want to see. Well, that's a bummer to finish the night on. It's a cool idea of a deck. He just put too much pressure on. And those 10-10s, yeah, I didn't really have any hard removal for those. But anyways, that will be it for the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did a bunch today. We did the card reveals, did the tier list, and then we did some twist. I will be back on Wednesday. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for Wednesday yet. Maybe I'll do viewer submitted decks. I'm not really sure yet, but I'll be back on Wednesday. And then Thursday will be a big stream. Thursday will be kind of my 1,000 subscriber special. So I'll be starting a couple hours early. I will be starting at 4 p.m. Eastern time, 2 hours early, and I will hopefully be opening the World of Warcraft cards that I ordered. They should be here by then. I hope so, or else I'll be pissed. So I'll be opening the World of Warcraft cards if possible, and then I'll be playing with viewers. So I'll be doing the custom anomalies with viewers. So basically, it's various, like restrictions. So maybe, you can't use your hero power, or maybe you can only play 2 cards per turn. And basically, I'll be playing with you guys, and we'll be using those goofy rules. So if you haven't already, join the Discord. That's where I'll be organizing it. And yeah, it'll be a fun stream. So thanks for watching. Hopefully see you guys on Wednesday, and have a good day tomorrow. Take care, everyone.